I am a Gen Z freshman at a top-tier university in Shanghai. I am a straight-as-steel guy, a 100% certified red-blooded man. However, I was forcibly bound to an insane, wicked entertainment best actress system. The system used both threats and bribes to make me cross-dress, demanding I play the part of a girl to bring good fortune, and break into the showbiz industry to become a best actress. I originally wanted to be a tough guy and just rot away in protest. But when my hands were trembling, as I opened the glittering newbie gift pack and the system mall, after that, the sky-high rewards and god-tier skills made me realize, damn, this is actually great. The true fragrance law may be late, but it always arrives. While I was nervously using the heaven-defying god-tier makeup techniques gifted by the system, the peerless beauty in the mirror made even my own legs go weak. Even my best bro, who has been like a brother to me since forever, looked at me with a gaze so hot and weirdly intense, it was practically dripping. The whole internet went wild, spamming the comments calling me wife. Too bad mine is actually bigger than all of yours. What is even more ridiculous is, a top-tier starlet actually knocked on my door in the middle of the night, and a national-level director, in front of the whole internet, offered me an olive branch to be his female lead. And as for my system, which was gradually going off the rails, its latest mission was actually for me to become the ultimate fantasy of men worldwide. September in Shanghai still carried the lingering heat of summer. On the main boulevard of the Shanghai Theater Academy, there is never a shortage of handsome guys and beautiful girls. Seriously, gorgeous people are everywhere here. Luxury cars and designer brands are a common sight. Even the old security guard is used to seeing celebrities. But today, that composure was shattered. The air seemed to freeze for a moment, followed by the sound of everyone collectively gasping. Someone whispered, "Holy crap." Someone asked, "Is she a freshman?" Others said she was like a goddess descending to earth. Every gaze was like a spotlight, locking onto the figure walking toward them. A white dress swayed gently with every step. Sunlight filtered through the gaps in the sycamore leaves, plating her with a golden glow. Long straight black hair flowed behind her head. Her skin was so fair it seemed to be glowing, but this goddess seemed particularly shy. An unnatural flush crept across her face. Her eyes darted around, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Her gait was also a bit stiff, as if it were her first time wearing high heels. Truth is, I am so panicked right now I want to call the cops. All those stares stabbing into me feel as uncomfortable as ants crawling over my skin. I subconsciously tugged at my skirt, cursing inwardly about how breezy this dress is. It is all empty down there. I feel zero security. Is this how girls usually feel? Right then my head was ringing incessantly. System notification, popularity points +1 +1 +1. My mouth twitched just listening to it. I would rather not have these popularity points. I just want to escape this massive public execution of my dignity. I was screaming in my head, "System, screw you. I am a freaking man. Things have to go back to a month ago. I was just binge watching shows late at night at home. And when I woke up, I had transmigrated. I ended up in this world called Blue Star, still named Jiang Bai, still a freshman who just got into university. As a veteran web novel reader, I was pretty chill about the whole transmigration thing. Sure enough, the system was late but it arrived. But when I heard its name, I could not smile anymore. Almighty Best Actress System binding successful. It said it would help me become a triple threat diva of screen and stage. I absolutely lost it right then. I immediately told the system, I am a guy. You should be giving me a Best Actor system or a God-tier tycoon system, right? The system stayed silent for a long time. It only replied that the binding could not be undone, and it said as long as I completed the missions, gender would not be an issue. I originally wanted to just rot away and do nothing, but after opening the newbie gift pack and the system store, the hypocrisy law kicked in instantly. This is actually great. The store was full of God-tier skills, divine acting, celestial voice, master-level music theory. Even classic works from Earth were there. Movie scripts, songs, novels, it had everything. I checked the entertainment scene of this world on my phone. The history is similar to Earth, but there is a huge gap in the entertainment industry. No Jay Cho, no Steven Spielberg. The quality of work here is generally trash. People are starving for good content. This means the entire Blue Star showbiz is a total wasteland. With Earth's treasure trove in my hands, would not I? Wait, the system's name is Film Queen. As long as the rewards are real, I can roll with it. But I was still too naive. The system's traps were just beginning. The newbie mission was actually to make me cross-dress and report for registration at the Shanghai Theater Academy. The reward was the celestial voice talent, plus master-level makeup skills and a white dress. Looking at the mission panel, I fell into deep thought. Reporting to school in drag, this is going to be the death of me. If I get caught, my 4 years of college are over. I tried asking the system if I could change the mission. The system said if I insisted on completing it, it would give an extra 10,000 in cash. 10,000 bucks. For a student like me, whose pockets are empty after tuition, that is a freaking fortune. I agreed immediately. Forget cross-dressing, I would do anything for that money. Grit my teeth and use the master-level makeup skills. Sitting before the mirror, I watched myself transform bit by bit. Half an hour later, I was completely dumbstruck. The person in the mirror was not me anymore. It was clearly a beautiful girl straight out of a manga. I actually felt a bit of a heartbeat for myself. Quickly downed some ice water to suppress that ridiculous thought. This makeup skill is wicked. It changed the visual structure of my bone features. Unless they get right in my face, nobody would know I am a guy. So I put on the dress, grabbed my suitcase, and walked out the door with a bold stride. But once I hit the school's main road, confidence and reality proved to be two different things. I did not expect the makeup effect to be this explosive. I thought I would just look a little better, but I ended up looking like a walking glow stick. Stared at everywhere I went. I kept chanting in my head, "Don't look, do not look." Single quote, head down. I just wanted to reach the dorm ASAP, as long as I can close that door. Wipe off the makeup and change back into men's clothes. I will be the arrogant boss again. But of course, whatever you fear most happens. While walking with my head down, a shadow suddenly blocked my path, followed by exaggerated footsteps and a few guys. Someone shouted, "Here's our chance." Someone else was scrambled to ask for my WeChat. I looked up. 3 seniors were blocking my way. The blonde one in the middle, wearing AJs, was fixing his hair while saying, "Hey, you must be a freshman, right? I am a junior from the acting department." Jiang Bai, which department are you from? After saying that, he turned and stared infatuatedly at my retreating back. Damn, that silhouette is perfection. She is definitely winning Campus Belle this year. Brother Kai, stop dreaming. I already caught it on camera. She was blushing with her head down just now. This is literally a god-tier photo. I am totally posting this on the campus forum. The guy with glasses had already whipped out his phone. His fingers were flying across the screen. Jiang Kai got anxious. Holy crap, you are way too fast. Send it to me now. I want to keep it forever. Me too, send it to me too. A few minutes later, the Shanghai Theater Academy forum blew up. A post appeared out of nowhere. The title, spotted, a freshman with god-tier visuals. The pure white dress underclassmen. This is the true face of a first love. The background was the main campus road. Mottled sunlight filtered through the trees. The girl in the white dress had her head slightly lowered. Her messy hair looked stunningly beautiful. Her profile showed a shy rosy blush. The corners of her mouth held a helpless, faint smile. Her skin was so fair it was almost translucent. That fragile and cold aura instantly pierced through the hearts of countless boys. In just 10 short minutes, the replies reached into the hundreds. Someone commented, "Holy crap, which year is this freshman upvoted? I think I have just fallen in love." Another said, "I want all the intel on this girl in 1 minute." Another added, "These visuals totally destroy the current campus queen, right?" What campus queen? Compared to the girl in the white dress, everyone else is just average. A passerby said, "I just saw her at the school gate. She is even prettier in person than in the photos. Too bad I did not get her WeChat." The person below shouted, "Draw your swords. That is my wife." While the entire forum was in an uproar, the cause of the sensation was me, hiding in a deserted corner, panting and wiping sweat. The freshman registration desk is just ahead. If I can just finish registering, the mission will be complete. I adjusted the hem of my dress. I took a deep breath, preparing for the final sprint. Suddenly, I sneezed. I rubbed my nose. I wonder who is talking smack about me. Whatever, never mind. I need to register first. I puffed out my chest and walked toward the registration desk. The acting department's welcome point was at the end of the tree-lined path. A red tent. A row of banners read, "Welcome, new students." A few seniors were originally looking bored out of their minds. They were fanning themselves in the shade and drinking milk tea. Suddenly, a commotion rippled through the crowd like a wave. Then, a figure that seemed to carry its own soft focus lighting entered their vision. A senior girl forgot to drink her milk tea. The straw poked her in the face. A senior guy's pen clattered to the ground, but no one picked it up. Everyone was staring at the girl in the white dress. She was too beautiful, not like those typical influencer faces. It was a blend of coldness and fragility, a truly unique beauty. Especially those eyes, because she was nervous and shy. They were glistening and radiant, like they were filled with spring water. One look and you would be lost in them. I toughened up and walked to the front of the tent. My face felt like it was being tested by fire. Being the center of attention like this was a public execution for a transmigrator who wanted to keep a low profile. I tried my best not to speak. I directly handed over my admission notice and ID. The person registering was a sophomore girl with a round face. She enthusiastically took the documents. She looked down at them. The smile on her face instantly froze. She blinked once, then twice, as if she had suddenly become illiterate. She looked at the name and gender over and over again. Name Jiang Bai. Gender, male. This underclassman. Did I grab the wrong ID? Did I take my brother's or something? Internal monologue. My mind is a total mess right now. What the hell is going on? The senior girl purses her lips and shakes her head. She points her slender finger at the photo on the admission notice. The photo shows a clean-cut, handsome boy with short hair. Looking closely at the facial features and contours, they are exactly the same as the beauty in the dress, standing right here. The senior girl gasps for air. Her eyes almost pop out of her head. A few senior guys nearby gather around. Once they see the ID clearly, their expressions become a hilarious mix of shock. Holy crap! This gorgeous babe is actually a guy. He is a dude with the equipment. No way. Internal monologue. I really do not want to be treated like a circus monkey here. I point my finger at the registration form, signaling her to hurry it up. The senior girl has seen some things in her life, after all. Even though her world is being turned upside down, she finishes the paperwork at lightning speed with trembling hands. Done. Your dorm is Area A, Building 3, Room 404. Her hands are still shaking as she hands back the ID. Her eyes are filled with complex emotions. Pity, shock, and some kind of unexplainable excitement. I take my stuff. Internal monologue. Finally, I am out of this mess. I give a slight nod, turn around and leave immediately. Walking briskly into the campus. Damn, talk about a New Year's miracle. That was actually a guy. Unbelievable. Why on earth does it have to be a guy? Seriously, why a guy? What is wrong with it being a guy? Isn't a guy even better? He. Whoa, senior, your thoughts are getting dangerous there. Internal monologue. No one in this school is normal. I sneak toward the dorm using the least crowded paths. Ding, asterisk, a sound rings in my head. Beginner mission complete. Cross-dressing registration, perfect finish. Reward, heavenly voice credited. Bank balance, plus 10,000 yuan. I heave a sigh of relief. Suddenly, my throat feels a cool sensation. It is like I just ate a super strong peppermint. I try to hum a note. It is not loud, but it has a natural reverb and clarity. It is so pure it makes my own ears tingle. I am heading straight for the finish line. Area A, Building 3. At the entrance of the male dormitory. Just as I step inside, a guy with black-rimmed glasses rushes out with a red face. Hey, you are in the wrong place. This is the guy's dorm. The girl's dorm is further up ahead. Thanks, bro. But I live here. Co-ed dorms. Long live this school. I grab my suitcase and bolt into the building at full speed. The hallways are full of shirtless guys, but with my dress fluttering as I run. It is like a nuclear bomb went off. Wash basins are clattering to the floor everywhere. Shouts of what the hell? Single quote. I keep my head down and sprint like I am in the 100-meter dash. I charge all the way to room 404 on the 4th floor and unlock it. Click. No one is in the room. First, I need to get this makeup off. I scrub my face with cleanser for 10 whole minutes. The mirror finally reflects the clean-cut boy again. I crumple the dress into a ball and shove it into the furthest corner of the closet. Internal monologue. Let us hope I never have to see that thing again. Just as I sit down to catch my breath, someone starts pounding on the door and shouting. It is my Northeast bro, Jiu Dapeng, carrying 2 rolls of woven tape. Holy moly. Big bro, I am the pride of the Northeast. Oh my god, big bro. How are you so pale? You look like a celebrity. Jiu Dapeng chattered away while unpacking his bags. Then the 3rd and 4th roommates also entered. Roommate number 3 was Su Zi, a rich second-generation heir. His suitcase cost tens of thousands. Not a single hair was out of place. He started handing out premium cigarettes the moment he walked in. Hey brothers, look out for me in the future. The 4th was Linla, a total geek with thick glasses and a massive laptop bag. He was even clutching a Nintendo Switch. The 4 of us shared our ages to set the seniority ranking. Jiu Dapeng is the eldest, Su Zi is the 2nd, and I am the 3rd. Linla is the youngest. After tidying up, we gathered around to shoot the breeze. Naturally, the topic drifted toward girls. Su Zi blew a smoke ring. A literal goddess wandered into the men's dorm earlier. Stunningly beautiful, a real head-turner. Even the dorm warden was starstruck. I wonder whose girlfriend was visiting. The eldest patted my back. I waved him off, saying I was fine. Girlfriend my foot, I almost choked. That goddess was me, damn it. Linla adjusted his glasses and smirked at Su Zi. You are behind on the news. The campus forum already blew up. He placed his phone in the middle for everyone to see. The photo was the one of me with my head down. The headline, Pure Love Warrior Slain by a Single Glance. Jiu Dapeng leaned in closer. With looks like this, even Photoshop would not dare dream it. I am going to challenge that guy in the photo to a duel. She is. Okay, I guess. Just okay, she is an angel. Suddenly, Linla shouted like he would cracked a cold case. This beauty registered for the acting department. The room fell silent instantly. An apple dropped to the floor. Cigarettes burned fingers and glasses slipped down noses. The 3 of them stared at me in unison. Bro, are not we also in the same acting class? I slumped into my chair. Great, I am in the same class as myself. The other 3 were celebrating wildly. We are so lucky. We will see her every single day. The world before my eyes turned gray. Suzy looked at me suspiciously. Third bro, why are not you excited? Jiu Dapeng chimed in. Linla pushed up his glasses. No male instinctual reaction. Maybe he is into guys. The three of them crossed their arms and backed away. Don't tell me you are looking at us like that. I rolled my eyes and bit into an apple. I am straighter than a steel beam, you morons. I just have different standards for beauty. Ha ha ha. We will see her in person at the class meeting tomorrow. Let us see who does not drool then. Whoever simps first is a loser. I waved my hand to dismiss their nonsense. Male friendship is just that simple. Checking out girls together. Trash talking together. That makes us real brothers. They had no idea. The goddess they were talking about was sitting right across from them, munching an apple, and listening to them plot how to win her over. I chewed my apple and made a vow in my heart. If the system dares to give me another cross-dressing mission, I would rather jump off a building than wear that stuff again. As I lay on my bed, I heard it. My head was buzzing. It was not tinnitus. It was the ding-ding sound of popularity points rolling in. The notification sounds were like falling rain. I did not even need to guess. The forum photo was going viral. Ding. The photo was spreading like wildfire. It was blowing up everywhere. In just a few hours, my popularity points soared to 386. Excitedly, I opened the system shop. And just like that, the price tag threw a bucket of cold water on my excitement. God-tier acting skills. Requires 100 million popularity points. Even a short film script costs 2,000. I am so broke, I am crying. Oh, look, a lucky draw in the corner. 100 points per spin on the wheel. Go big or go home. Time to turn this bicycle into a Ferrari. I grit my teeth and went for 3 spins. The wheel slows down and stops. First spin, better luck next time. I am literally coughing up blood here. Second spin, charm +1. Not bad. At least I did not lose everything. Third spin, a golden flash. Skill acquired. Gender bender. Vocal cord reconstruction. Freely switch between male and female voices. Female modes, dominant queen, lowly or sweet girl. Okay, this skill is actually low-key fire. I decided to give it a test run. I opened my mouth and let out a soft J-G. As soon as the sound came out, my own legs went weak. I felt butterflies. It was so sweet, it was sickening. Back in the dorm, Jiu Dapeng dropped his spicy snack. Suzy's gaming screen went black. Lin Li's hand froze midair. All three of them perked up their ears. A girl just called someone J-G-E. The sound came from right inside this dorm. What? I did not hear anything. There is no way one of us grown-ass men just made that sound. Suzy, check the time. It is 3:30. Time to head to the classroom. We can't be late for the class meeting. The horse-ear fortune system says do not be late. The system keeps nagging about the meeting. The acting department classroom was buzzing with noise. The visual levels here are definitely top tier. The scent of perfume mixed with a heavy dose of hormones. The four of us grabbed seats in the back row. Suzy craned his neck, scanning the room like a radar. After checking out every girl, he looked totally deflated. The goddess in the white dress is not here. Linla pushed up his glasses. Strictly speaking, from a probability standpoint, if she were here, she would have been the center of attention long ago. Conclusion, the forum post was fake news. Suzy looked devastated. My love story ended before it even began. I sat there with a poker face, avoiding eye contact. Silence is golden, right? What am I supposed to say? Should I tell them, hey, your waifu is sitting right next to you, and he is packing heat? That would be a literal bloodbath. I pretended to be chill, and just fiddled with my fingers. Lao Zhang, the counselor, walked in, wearing a casual suit, as usual, with his hair looking thinner than ever. The classroom went silent instantly. Military training is over. The new semester is officially starting. The freshman gala is coming up. School leaders and famous alumni will be attending. Performing in a show will earn you extra credit points. Suddenly, all the students looked like they would been struck by lightning. Credits are our lifeblood. Singing, dancing, skits, anything goes. The first round of auditions is the day after tomorrow. This is a great chance to get some exposure. Everyone around me was itching to sign up. I had zero interest. I just wanted to survive these 4 years in peace. Suddenly, the horse-ear fortune system glitched back to life. Main quest issued. Task: sign up for the freshman gala. I almost choked on my own breath. My heart nearly skipped a beat. Cross-dressing again. The registration day was bad enough. I endured that, but now there'll be thousands of people. Are you trying to get me killed? The system popped up 3 options. Option 1, sing Love You. Option 1, perform a sweet dance in a school uniform skirt. Reward, intermediate vocal skills plus 1 million cash plus song copyrights. Option 2, sing Sea of Stars. Perform a soulful rendition in a formal gown. Reward, beginner composition skills plus song copyrights. Option 3, sing Red Mansion's Wish. Perform a fan dance in a hanfu. Reward, ultimate piano skills plus song copyrights. Are you kidding me right now? This is a trap. Cindy Baby is cute and all, but making a real man like me wear a school skirt and shake my butt. I would rather just die. Sea of Stars is grand, but the reward is not that enticing. Red Mansion's Wish has that traditional vibe. It is a classic choice, but that fan dance is way too much trouble. My eyes drift back to option 1. It is not because I like it. It is because of that 1 million. I literally stopped breathing. For someone living on 2,000 a month, $1 million is a fortune. On one hand, there is my dignity. A mental war is raging inside me. But damn, $1 million is just too much to pass up. They are offering way too much. Plus, it comes with intermediate vocal skills, the androgynous voice ability, and master-level makeup skills. As long as I do not expose myself. Who is gonna know? Cross-dressing is a slippery slope anyway. Whatever, I have already done it once. Let us call it sacrificing for my art. Didn't even hesitate for 3 seconds. After careful consideration, I grit my teeth and choose option 1. I am not doing this for the money. I just want to challenge my weaknesses. System is downloading the data. Choreography and singing techniques are being seared into my brain. It even prepared the school uniform skirt for me. I let out a long sigh. Since I chose it, I am gonna own it. It is just acting young and being cute, right? How hard can it be? I am going all in. Class is over. Lao Zhang is about to leave. I tell my roommates I have something to do and will be back late. They head out first. I wait until the classroom is empty. Then I walk up to the podium. Professor Zhang, I would like to sign up for the freshman gala. I keep my expressions serious. Looking like a dedicated artist, not some guy about to put on a dress. Lao Zhang hears me, and his eyes light up. Advisors are always worried no one will sign up. Good, very good. That is the spirit we need in the acting department. What do you want to perform? A recitation, a skit? If it is a song, whose song is it? A pop hit, or an original? It is a song I wrote myself. I want to show my ambition. An original, that is even better. I like the ambition. Lao Zhang did not try to discourage me. He actually seems supportive. What is the title? I said, Love You. Lao Zhang pauses. A love song, huh? Well, that is normal for young people. Is it one of those sad, heartbreaking ones? I shake my head. No, it is a sweet song. The kind that is tooth-achingly sweet. Lao Zhang thinks a guy singing a sweet song is a bit odd, but art should be inclusive. He decides to be open-minded. All right, I will sign you up. Auditions are the day after tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the main auditorium. Bring your backing track, and prepare well. Don't go out there and embarrass yourself. I nodded and smiled. I turned around and walked out of the classroom to watch the sunset. It felt as if $1 million were waving right at me. What even is integrity? Can you eat it if the price is right? Everything's coming up roses. My fragile ego is shattered, but hey, at least I am getting lucky. Nighttime, dorm 404. The AC is barely working. My roommates' hearts are burning hotter than the weather. The second oldest is refreshing the forum posts. The replies have broken 1,000. Someone put up a 1,000 yuan bounty for her WeChat ID. The youngest pushed up his glasses. He sneered, in Shanghai, 1,000 yuan won't even buy a pair of shoes. This is an insult to the goddess. The oldest was munching on a bun and said, It has been a whole day and no one's doxed her yet. I have even memorized our class roster. She is not on it. I sat nearby, silently drinking water. My feelings are complicated. My popularity points are rising. I am happy, but seeing my roommates thirsting over my photo is totally creeping me out. I stood up and said I was going to buy water and get some air. It is too stuffy in here. The second oldest waved and asked for an ice-cold Coke. The oldest shouted that he wanted one too. Walking out of the dorm building. The campus is quiet at night. Streetlights glow dim and yellow. Shadows of trees are swaying. I specifically chose the dark, deserted paths to walk. I need to find a secluded spot to practice singing. The system crammed the techniques into my brain, but theory and practice are two different things. I even have to sing and dance at the same time. If I do not master this, that 1 million will fly away. I circled around to the most remote little woods on campus. After making sure no one was around, I cleared my throat, switching modes. My throat felt a cooling sensation. I tested a note. A sweet feminine voice rippled out, like biting into a fresh, juicy peach. I nodded in satisfaction. The system really is something else. I closed my eyes and recalled the melody. Getting into the groove of the lyrics, I started singing. Baby, do not skip the sweet talk. When you miss me, just look my way. Give me more responses so I can see you more clearly. Don't rush to say goodbye. I want to stay with you for more than a day. Give me more time to make my heart willing. The song finished. I gave myself a round of applause. Holy crap, this is not Jiang Bai anymore. I am straight up Cindy Wong right now. If I put this on stage, I would snatch every otaku's soul. Vocals are on point. Next up is the main event. The iconic jumping from the Love You dance. The hip swaying is the real finishing move. I took a deep breath, loosened up my limbs. The system has enhanced my flexibility. My movements are not stiff at all. Let us go, showing off my rhythm. My body's grooving. Left foot hop, right foot hop. Turn around, sway those hips, win. To have a heart symbol thrown if someone saw a guy in a black t-shirt and cargo pants doing a girl group dance, they would probably call the psych ward. But I am totally immersed in it. I have forgotten all about shame. Feeling the rhythm points, finding that sense of lightness. Once, twice, three times, the more I dance, the smoother it gets. Even my masculine lines are becoming soft. Can't stay cool for more than 3 seconds. I was dancing with such energy, ready for a perfect finale. Suddenly, a panting sound broke my rhythm. I braced my hands on my knees. Drenched in sweat, my legs are about to explode. My throat feels like it is smoking, like I swallowed molten lead. I am done for. This is way too exhausting. I collapse onto the grass, gasping for air, singing and dancing at the same time. It is definitely a back-breaking job. The system buffed my body, but the original host was just a fragile college student. Not enough stamina to pull off the idol routine. I am already gassed after just 2 rounds. Once those stage lights hit and the nerves kick in, I will probably faint right then and there. The system's gloating voice rings out, detecting host's physical exhaustion. Failing to meet the basic requirements of an all-rounder best actress. A diva must have abundant stamina. How can you settle for being a 3-second man? I am speechless. Who are you calling a 3-second man? You are the 3-second one. Issuing daily training task. Body strengthening. Starting from now. Go to the track and run 10 laps immediately. Reward, stamina +1. Daily requirement. Only persistent training builds an iron physique. Everything goes black before my eyes. 10 laps. That is 4 kilometers. I just finished dancing and I am tired as a dog. This is a torture system. Can we negotiate? I will run tomorrow, even if I have to sing I love you 10 more times. Task countdown initiated. Failure to complete on time will result in a 1 million popularity point deduction. Forgive my screaming. Launching into a sprint. 1 million popularity points. I could not pay that back even if I sold myself. Run. I am running, okay, happy now. Evil capitalist system. With tears in my eyes, I drag my legs and bolt toward the track. For that 1 million prize money, and to avoid that massive debt, I am giving these 10 laps everything I have got. Not long after I left, a few stylish guys and girls came down the path. Leading them was a girl in a workout outfit with a high ponytail. She had an elegant, cool aura. She stopped and looked around. Strange, the voice was clearly coming from here just now. Why is it empty now? A short-haired girl scratched her head. I heard it too. The singing was incredibly good. Off-the-charts sweetness. Even as a girl, I felt like I was falling in love. The ponytail girl's eyes dimmed. What a pity. If we could find her, the freshman gala would be a masterpiece. Industry big shots and top-tier seniors are all coming. The show is currently missing a showstopper. Just a few lines of those vocals would definitely blow the roof off. Sigh, probably just a passing goddess we can't find. Forget it, let us head back to rehearsal. The dance moves are not perfected yet. Is anyone there? Hey, you guys. Shouting a few times, is anyone there? Only the cicadas answered. They left the track with regret. Under the moonlight, my lonely figure is forced to keep running. 5th lap system. Screw you, I am gonna die of exhaustion. I have no idea that those few lines I sang have become an urban legend tonight. I clutch my knees, my face burning like it is covered in chili powder. Sweat is dripping so hard I look like I have been fished out of a river. Finally finished, 10 laps. The system notification pings. Daily training task complete. Reward, stamina +1. A warm current surges through my entire body. The muscle aches begin to fade. The fatigue is still there, but I feel a new spark of life. My breathing steadies. My legs feel lighter. I guess this system has a heart after all. Wiping my sweat, I mentally open the status panel. A light blue screen flickers before my eyes. Host Jiang Bai. Gender, male. Please keep this in mind at all times. Age, 18. Basic attributes, ordinary male. Average, 5'6". Max, 10. Intelligence, 7. Brains pretty sharp. Stamina, 7. Barely passing. Tough guy +1. Stamina, 7. Barely passing. Tough guy +1. Good fortune in the year of the horse. Charm, 9. A total heartbreaker. Good fortune in the year of the horse. Walking pheromone +1. Professional skills, max level 100. Good fortune in the year of the horse. Walking pheromone +1. Professional skills, max level 100. Singing, 2. KTV mic hog level. Professional field, bonus for female roles. Acting, 1. Poker faced. Writing, 4. Flopped web novel level. Instruments 0. Basically tone deaf. Special talent skills. Voice of the heavens. Passive God-kissed vocals. Androgynous voice. Beginner perfect outro. Path to the diva. Master level makeup artistry. 1,000 faces. Newbie gift box. Guaranteed quality. Current popularity 436. Looks pretty pathetic to me. This status panel is a headache. Singing 2. Acting 1. And I am supposed to become a best actress with this. Is the system just fattening me up like a pig for slaughter? At least I got a point in stamina. Now it is at 7. Above average for a regular person. At least I won't be exhausted like a dog after 2 dance moves. Then I look down and see charm 9. My mouth is twitching. The original 8 was already trouble enough. Kissed by girls in kindergarten. Bombarded with love notes in elementary and middle school. My hands used to get tired from collecting them. And now one lucky draw puts me at 9. Just 1 point away from the max. This is a disaster. I touch my face. I am covered in sweat. My hair is a mess, but that core attraction is still there. Can I return these charm points to the system? Why does a manly guy like me need such high charm? Attracting girls is fine, I guess. But what if I start attracting guys? What then? Or worse, those 3 creep roommates in room 404. They are already thirsting over my photo. Just thinking about it makes me clench. This is way too dangerous. I have got to stay low. I can't let anyone find out that the beauty in the dress is me. But little did I know, the world outside was already turning upside down because of one photo. It started with the students at the academy sharing it on their feeds, like, holy crap, our school's new freshman is insanely gorgeous. Mom, I think I am in love. I need her full profile in 3 minutes. The photo quickly blew past the school circle. WeChat groups, QQ, Weibo, Tiaba, TikTok. In just a few hours, the prettiest freshman at the academy. Peak seductive lips. The ultimate first love face. Several hashtags were trending. Countless thirsty fans swarmed the comments, howling, which company is pushing this rookie? Her visuals are top tier. Even plastic surgery could not get her nose and eyes that perfect. Way better than those cookie-cutter influencer faces. I hereby declare her my wife. Step off, she is mine, fight me. While the internet frenzy was spreading, in a 5-star hotel in Beijing, inside a smoke-filled presidential suite, director Yu Jung looked stressed. The year's biggest palace drama, Beauty's Rival in Palace, was about to start filming. Every female role had to be iconic. The main cast was set with top-tier stars, but they could not find the right people for a few supporting roles, especially Empress Zhang Yan. She needed to be like a lotus rising from the water, naturally beautiful, without any makeup, and with a sense of fragile grace. It was too hard. Nowadays, the industry is just an assembly line. Finding a face that is both natural and pure is impossible. Pure talent like hers is rarer than a giant panda. A phone rings on the desk. The personal assistant is calling. Mr. Wang, the investor, is pushing another newbie named Xiao Li. He wants to see if we can squeeze her into the cast. Even a maid with just a few lines would do. I am filming Beauty's Rival in Palace, not some ugly Betty spin-off, with that mistress wannabe face of hers. It is so bloated she looks like a steamed bun. When she smiles, that chin of hers looks sharp enough to stab someone. Tell her to get lost, if he keeps pushing these people. I am calling the whole show off. He hangs up and tosses the phone aside in a rage. His chest heaves with anger, breathing heavily from frustration. To distract himself, he starts scrolling through Weibo gossip. His finger swipes mindlessly. A top star caught in a hotel scandal. Boring. Some actress slaying the red carpet. All photoshopped to death. Boring. Let us check Shanghai Theatre Academy. This year's Campus Bell rankings. Yu Jung, the sharp-tongued director. These Campus Bells get worse with every generation. Every year, the quality just keeps dropping. They all have that same internet celebrity face. Zero individuality. He clicks on the thread anyway. Who knows, maybe I will find a hidden gem. The page jumps. A candid photo catches his eye. Dappled sunlight under the trees. A girl in a white dress with her head bowed. A girl in a white dress, head tilted down. A shy, delicate profile. Yu Jung's fingertip stops dead in its tracks. His heart feels like it has been struck by lightning. His gaze instantly sharpens. His pupils dilate in shock. He brings the tablet right up to his face. Zooming in, then zooming in more. Studying every detail. No heavy makeup. Hair flowing naturally. But there is an ethereal purity radiating from within. A shy innocence that speaks volumes without words. It is like a hook, snagging his very soul. Incredible. I have been in showbiz for decades. I have seen every kind of beauty imaginable. But this one is different. That aura untouched by the world. It is breathtaking even through a screen. Isn't this the Empress Zhang Yan I have been looking for? She is even more perfect than I imagined. The moment she stands before the camera, she won't even need to act. She is the pure, beautiful Empress herself. An unprecedented excitement surges through him. So excited his skin is tingling. This is a gift from the gods of acting. A blessing from above. He grabs his phone and calls his assistant back. Picked up on the first ring, the assistant says tremblingly, "Director Yu, please calm down. Single quote, I will go talk to Mr. Wang again. Single quote, who cares about Mr. Wang right now? Forget Mr. Wang, Mr. Lee, whoever. I am sending you a link right now. Use every connection you have. Immediately. Find out who this girl in the photo is. She is a freshman in the acting department at the academy. I do not care what class she is in. I do not care if she is signed with anyone or not. Even if we have to drag her here, get her in for an audition. She can name her price. Now hurry up, hang up and get on it. Yoo-jung looks at the photo once more. His eyes are burning with intensity, like a man possessed. He reaches out, gently stroking the girl's face on the screen. A smile of absolute certainty curls on his lips. Darling, you are destined to be a superstar. And I will be the one to make you shine. Meanwhile, at the Shanghai Theater Academy training grounds. That is weird. Why do I feel like some creep is watching me? Time to head back to the dorm, shower, and hit the hay. Got to wake up early tomorrow to beat the breakfast rush. I have absolutely no idea that I have been targeted by the most difficult director to please. Carrying my empty water bottle, I stroll back to room 404. As the night breeze blows by, my silhouette looks a bit slender, but every passerby steals a second glance at me. It is as if I have something on me that they just can't look away from. The early morning sun stings my eyelids. Dazed and confused, I toss and turn. Last night, I dreamed I was wearing a white dress, leading a dance in a bathhouse full of buff guys. I woke up in a cold sweat. Thank God it was just a dream. I wipe away the sweat. I check my throat. Adam's apple is still there. My sense of security has returned. Out of habit, I call out to the system. Shaoan, let us see the results from last night. The panel flickers into view. Current popularity points, 4,250. Holy crap, tens, hundreds, thousands. It really is over 4,000. Before I slept last night, it was barely 500. What the hell happened overnight? Did the system go on a midnight robbery spree? Or did those photos of me in the dress really go that viral? I click on the popularity breakdown. The screen is flooded with endless notifications. Each gain is small, but together, they make a massive haul. Looking at this fortune, I can't help but smirk like a villain. I have hit the jackpot, overnight riches, even though it is not real cash. In the system shop, this stuff is better than gold. Shop till I drop. I definitely have to today. I open the shop with a swagger, but my smile freezes. I have the popularity points, but I am broke in real life. The 1 million reward won't be released until the freshman gala is over. A future feast won't stop me from starving now. Preparing for the love you stage requires a whole new wardrobe. The system gave me 10,000. And threw in the school uniform skirt. But shoes, accessories, and maintenance all cost money. After all these expenses, I am going from decently off back to the proletariat. I need to find a way to make some quick cash. I stroke my chin, scanning the shop like a typical transmigrator. There are only a few ways to get rich. Be a copycat author or a financial tycoon. I will check the finance skills first. Trading stocks is the fastest way to make bank. With future vision or a luck aura, I could conquer the stock market and multiply my money 100-fold. But when I see the price for basic stock market insight, 50,000 popularity points, my heart just dropped. Never mind. Even if I sold myself, I could not scrape together 50,000. Besides, trading requires capital. I have only got pocket change. Even if I multiply it by 10,000, I would barely afford a bathroom in Shanghai. Looks like it is the showbiz route then. Selling songs. Let us look at the music section. There are plenty of classics from my past life. A few thousand points for one song. The problem is, I am a nobody, just a freshman. If I take a pop song to a record label, they will think I am a scammer. And even if I do sell it, the rookie price will be dirt cheap. A few $1,000s for a hit song is an insult. The negotiations and contracts are a hassle too. I won't see a cent for months. Pass. What about writing novels? In the literature section, every web novel masterpiece is available. Fights break sphere, shrouding the heavens, Lord of the Mysteries. If I redeem these and become a human typewriter, I would definitely reach God tier status. But the cycle for writing a novel is way too long. Uploading a new book, the review process, signing the contract, getting listed, and then finally getting paid. It would take at least 2 months. By then, I would have long since starved to death in dorm 404. This is just too hard. I scratch my head in frustration. Life feels utterly hopeless. I am sitting on a literal gold mine, but I can't turn it into cold hard cash. Am I really so broke that all I have left is talent? I scroll through the options again and again. I can't find anything cheap that I can monetize immediately. Finally, I let out a sigh. Forget it, I will just close them all. There is always a way when the carriage reaches the mountain. First, let us finish today's task. I have the system now, but my body is still my greatest asset. Yesterday's 10 laps almost sent me to heaven. I have realized how crucial physical stamina is. If I want to wear dresses and do the whole singing and dancing thing, my stamina has to keep up. I roll out of bed to wash up and change into my workout gear. It is a little past 8:00 a.m. My roommates are still dead to the world. Jiu Dapeng's snoring is earth-shattering. Suzy is talking in his sleep, yelling, "Goddess, do not leave." I tiptoe out the door. It is the second day of registration, the last holiday before military training starts. The campus is starting to bustle. On the main road, freshmen dragging suitcases look full of anticipation. Seniors are biking past with textbooks, rushing to class. I put on a baseball cap, pulling the brim down low to lower my presence. I run a few laps around the track. After adding that point to stamina yesterday, my pace feels noticeably lighter. After finishing the run, I leisurely head to the cafeteria to buy some buns. A wave of gossip reaches my ears. I heard a legendary beauty joined our school this year. No kidding, the forum has literally exploded. The girl in the white dress is just divine. My roommate spent half the night staring at her photo. I am worried he is going to pass out from exhaustion. I heard several entertainment companies are asking around. They want to sign her immediately. Too bad no one knows which class she is in. Nobody's managed to dox her yet. I stumble mid-stride. I almost dropped my student ID card. Holy cow, the hype has not died down yet. Not only has it not died down, but why does it feel like it is getting even hotter? A bad premonition wells up in my heart. I quickly pull out my phone and open the TikTok recommendations. The very first video is that candid photo of me from yesterday. The video is paired with some suggestive background music. The stats are blinding. Likes 186,000. Comments 23,000. I gasp. Over 100,000 likes. This is already a viral hit. If you count the other marketing accounts, the overall internet hype must be even higher. This is the definition of innocent yet seductive. God-tier beauty, I need her name in 3 minutes. I will tear down all the other women for her. Otherwise, I will just die right here for you all to see. Looking at all the exaggerated flattery, I feel embarrassed but also strangely satisfied. But then a question pops up. Wait, the video has hundreds of thousands of likes. Even if only 1 in 10 people liked me after seeing it, my popularity value should have broken 10,000 by now. Why is it only at 4,000? Are you embezzling my points? A system needs to have a conscience. You can't just take a cut for yourself. The system's cold voice rings out. With a skeptical mind, host, please do not use your elementary level math skills to question the system's fairness. Calculating popularity points is not as simple as just adding up clicks and likes. I froze. Fans, there is actually a science to this. Naturally, the system began its lecture. Passers-by or casual fans who take an interest in the host and are willing to follow your updates provide 1 popularity point each. Fanatic fans are completely obsessed with the host, willing to spend money to boost your rankings, or even lose all rationality. Each provides 100 popularity points. Lifelong fans, die-hard stans who see the host as their religion. No matter what the host becomes, even if you turn back into a man, they will never leave you. Each provides 1,000 popularity points. If a fan uses the host's work to achieve major social success, it generates massive popularity points. Suddenly, it hit me. Those hundreds of thousands of likes on Douyin were mostly from casual observers just watching the drama. They thought the girl looked pretty, gave a quick like, and scrolled away, forgetting about it the next second. Converting that into 4,000 popularity points. Converting that into 4,000 popularity points. The conversion rate is actually quite high. It seems if I want to get rich quick, I need to cultivate pure fans. Ideally, I need a few fanatics or lifelong stans. But wait, system, what do you mean, even if I turn back into a man? I am already a man. A real 100% dude. While I was complaining in my head, my finger subconsciously swiped up, scrolling to the next video. An officially verified account popped up. A pinned video from the Washaw Poetry Association. A pinned video from the Washaw Poetry Association. A pinned video from the Washaw Poetry Association. The title was eye-catching and artistic, writing love into the mortal world. Countdown to the deadline of the first Red Bean Cup National Poetry Contest. I was about to swipe away. I have never been interested in literature competitions, but just as my finger moved across the screen, I caught a glimpse of the cover's big letters, first prize. 100,000 yuan in cash. My finger hit the brakes instantly. My eyes widened like saucers. 100K. I clicked the video immediately. It was a nationwide literary call for entries. The theme, love and wealth. No limits on format, classical, modern, or prose poetry. Requirements, originality, beautiful imagery, and soul-stirring content. Crucially, the deadline was today at 12:00 p.m. Judging would take place in 1 week, followed by the results announcement. The prize money would be paid out instantly. My heart started racing. This is it. It is practically tailor-made for me. This world worships entertainment and culture. Original copyright is valued above all else. A simple poetry contest, with a 100,000 yuan prize. And I get paid in a week. This is way faster than writing a novel, and much easier than selling songs. I checked the time on my phone. 9:30 a.m. 2.5 hours until the deadline. Plenty of time. Modern love poetry. My brain started spinning at high speed, searching my memories of Earth. Classic love poems flashed through my mind like slides. Classic love poems started flashing like a slideshow. Shu Jimo's saying goodbye to Cambridge. No, that is about parting ways. Not sweet enough and way too long. Shu Ting's to the oak. Too formal, like something out of a textbook. Yu Shou was crossing half of China to sleep with you. Whoa, that is way too wild. I am afraid those old judges could not handle the heat. Jiu Cheng's far and near. You look at me for a moment. I feel like you are looking at me from afar. But you look at the clouds and they feel so close. The vibe is absolutely stunning. But there are too few words. They will think I am just slacking off. While I was thinking, I opened the system mall. I typed modern love poems into the search bar. If I want to secure that 100K prize, I can't just rely on broken fragments of my memory. Time to play the trump card in the mall. The page refreshed. Rows upon rows of poetic works popped up. The prices were surprisingly cheap. The commercial value of poetry is nowhere near songs or novels. Most were priced between 100 and 1,000 yuan. In terms of elegance, I sorted the prices from lowest to highest. My eyes scanned through them quickly. Suddenly, one poem. The title caught my eye. Seeing or Not Seeing. Seeing or Not Seeing. The author is Sengying Gyatso. In my previous life, it was a massive hit everywhere. It went viral because of that TV drama Palace. It spread like wildfire after that show. It is basically the Bible for artistic youths. The structure is perfect, and the emotion is profound. It has both a zen-like calmness and a deep, bone-deep longing. A longing that pierces the soul. Most importantly, the style fits the requirements of modern prose poetry. A perfect blend of zen and deep affection. In this world, it is definitely on a whole different level. I checked the price. It costs 500 popularity points. Only 500, I bought it without hesitation. Compared to the 100K prize money, this is just a drop in the bucket. Purchase successful. Seeing or Not Seeing copyright has been issued. Automatically registered. Pen name is optional. Information flooded into my mind. Every verse and punctuation mark became crystal clear. I found a roadside bench and sat down. I opened the official registration link for the Red Bean Cup. My fingers flew across the screen. Name Jiang Bai. For the pen name, I thought for a bit. Since I am just porting culture from Earth, I should keep a low profile. I typed in Li Taibai. I hope the great poet blesses me to win the prize. Title, Seeing or Not Seeing. Whether you see me, or see me not, I am right there, neither sad nor joyful. Whether you miss me or miss me not, the feeling is right there, neither coming nor going. Whether you love me or love me not, the love is right there, neither waxing nor waning. Come into my arms, or let me live in your heart, loving in silence, rejoicing in quietude. Just a few short lines, but the moment I finished typing, my scalp felt numb from the sheer emotion. The power of words transcends time and space. In this showbiz era where male stars focus on fast food content, pure writing that strikes the soul like this will definitely blow the competition away. Let me double check it. No typos. Perfect. Click Submit. Registration successful. Work has entered the preliminary review database. Results will be posted on the official website and TikTok in 7 working days. Please stay tuned. Done. I let out a long sigh of relief. I put my phone away. I am in a great mood. It feels like that 100,000 yuan is already in my pocket. With this 100,000, I can buy all the shoes and clothes I love, and I will have the capital for future investments. System, you are actually pretty reliable after all. Even though it scammed me into running 10 laps last night. Right now, even this system looks pretty damn attractive to me. Money problems solved. Now I am starving. I stand up, humming a tune, strutting towards the cafeteria like I own the place. Today is a good day. Everything is going my way. But little did I know, just minutes after submitting my work, the Red Bean Cup review team's backend absolutely exploded. Kyoto Writers Association building. Red Bean Cup preliminary review office. Dozens of editors look exhausted, sifting through a blizzard of submissions. The prize money is huge this time, so the hype is real. The volume of submissions is insane, but the quality, that is a different story. Sigh, what kind of garbage is this? Your face is like a red apple. Single quote, I want to take a bite. Is this a love poem or a harassment letter? All I see is superficial whining. Either that, or just a pile of fancy words. No genuine emotion at all. People are so restless these days. Who actually sits down to write real poetry anymore? Just as everyone was lamenting, an intern girl with black-rimmed glasses in the corner suddenly gasps, "Oh my God. Oh heavens. Xiaolu, what is wrong? Did you find another weirdo?" "It is not a weirdo. Everyone, look at this. This poem is so beautiful." "Is it really that deep? What kind of poem makes you cry like that?" Whether You See Me or Not, author Li Taizi. Whether You See Me or Not, author Li Taizi. This pen name is incredibly arrogant. Whether you see me or not, I am right there. Unmoved by sorrow or joy, the senior editor's pupils shrink. His nonchalance vanishes instantly, replaced by unprecedented solemnity. He holds his breath, reading word by word, line by line. The more he reads, the faster his heart beats. The more he reads, the more his hands tremble. By the final line, loving each other in silence, and rejoicing in stillness, a jolt of electricity shoots from his spine to his skull. Goosebumps erupt all over his body, unmoved by sorrow or joy. What a masterpiece. The senior editor slams the table and stands up. This is poetry. This is exactly the kind of modern love poem we have been looking for. This artistic conception. It is so profound. It is clearly the work of a master. Who is this Li Taizi? Which literary giant is this? Is it a secret alias? All the editors crowd around, scrambling to see those few lines on the screen. Gasps of amazement echo one after another. This is definitely a top-tier contender for the first prize. Li Taibai. It is more than just a first prize winner. I think this poem is legendary enough to be passed down through generations. Hurry up and send it for urgent review. Send it straight to the General Jury Committee. This Li Taibai is going to blow up. As for Li Taibai himself, the cause of all this commotion, he is currently sitting in the cafeteria, holding 2 meat buns in his hands, with one big bite. The juice is literally dripping everywhere. So good. The meat buns at this school are actually legit. Thin skin, lots of filling. I am totally loving this. He had no idea that his casual plagiarism had already triggered a literary tsunami. I just want to finish eating, go back to the dorm and catch some Z's. After all, military training starts tomorrow. That is going to be a literal hell mode. Usually, running 10 laps is enough to kill me, but after military training, I still have to run 10 more laps. Combining the two, it is basically the rhythm of squeezing me bone dry. September in Shanghai, the sun is blazing like fire. The plastic track smells like it is being scorched to a crisp. Heat waves are steaming in the air. On the main field of the Shanghai Theater Academy's new campus, thousands of freshmen in camouflage uniforms look like human seeds sprinkled on a sizzling iron griddle, enduring the merciless roasting of the sun. Heads up, chests out, stomachs in. Stop moving. Who said you could move? Move one more time, and the whole squad stands for another 10 minutes. The instructor's roar is even more brutal than the sun. The wails of the formation are kept strictly internal. No one dares to raise a hand to wipe their sweat. But in this sea of human barbecue, one person is standing as straight as a poplar tree. I can feel power surging within my body. Inside, I am as steady as an old dog. Is this the joy of having a cheat code? My classmates' legs are shaking and they are drenched in sweat. But I only feel a little warm. My legs feel as solid as poured concrete. My back feels like it is reinforced with a steel plate. This burst of stamina makes me want to give the system a big thumbs up. Last night's gambling addict behavior was a painful process, but the result, chef's kiss. My thoughts drift back to late last night. To survive this military training that could turn anyone into a vegetable, and to prevent being screwed over, the system was handing out stamina missions. Once I finished washing up and hit the bed, I started a crazy gotcha spree. My points jumped from 4,000 in the morning to a staggering 7,000. From zero to hero, holding over 7,000 popularity points. My ego was inflating. System, give me a 10 pull. I want stamina. Level me up. Let us go. I ran 70 kilometers in one night for this. The dragon wheel spins fiercely. Light flashes everywhere. And then, thank you for playing. Better luck next time. Try again. 9 consecutive gray results felt like 9 slaps to the face. It literally made me see stars. Until the 10th pull, a golden light flashed. Congratulations, host. You have received attribute point. Stamina +1. I looked at that pitiful +1 and almost spat blood all over my mosquito net. 1,000 popularity points for just 1 point of stamina. This exchange rate is a total scam. But I did not give up. Deep down, every gambler thinks the next pull is the one. Another 10 pull, the wheel spins again. This time, my luck was a tiny bit better. Congratulations, host. You have received skill, basic acting. Skill description, help you escape that poker face awkwardness. Precisely control facial micro expressions. More than enough to play random civilian or dead body A. Sigh. I am watching my skills go down the drain. What a great start to the year. Lost in thought about my acting skills. Just my luck. Fine, being an acting student is just great. They say more skills never hurt, but this is ridiculous. 9 tries left. All I get is thank you, Hamagan. 2,000 popularity points wasted just like that. My heart is literally bleeding. I took a look at my balance. Only about 5,000 left. I do not believe this. I am the chosen one. How could I be this unlucky? There is no way I am a total loser. Happy New Year to me, I guess. My posture must be wrong. Let us try again. I will roll over and find a comfortable spot. Good luck to me. Grit my teeth and smash that 10 pull button. Here goes nothing. The wheel is spinning like crazy this time. The first 9 are still gray. Typical. I am already numb to this. I was even prepared to go home empty-handed. The very last one. The pointer is about to stop. An unprecedented pink glow flashes. Damn, that is blindingly bright. Congratulations, host. Lady Luck has smiled upon you. Obtain special talent. Pear blossoms bathed in Ron. Passive active talent intro when you cry. Your tears will have an extremely powerful, infectious, and devastating impact. You will cry with such tragic beauty that people will instantly feel pity and love for you. It triggers an intense desire in others to protect you. Whether it is a cold-blooded killer or a hot-tempered instructor, they will all crumble before your tears. I stared at those words stunned for 3 whole minutes. Then I let out a low, desperate growl from under my blanket. System, are you freaking kidding me? Pear blossoms bathed in Ron. I am a guy. You want a grown man to cry like some delicate flower. That is a mental image I really did not need. Too cursed. I wanted stamina. I wanted muscles, an indestructible body. What use do I have for this manipulative drama queen talent? Are you going to make me audition for the role of a tragic maiden next? The system remains cold and silent. Clearly, it is ignoring me. Despite my cursing and swearing, I took a glance at my attribute panel. The stamina column had quietly changed to 9. It was originally 7. +1 from doing a mission, and another +1 from that lucky draw just now. Even if I did not get a direct stamina point, it worked out. I am now a tough guy with 9 stamina points. Hell yeah, I am officially a beast with 9 stamina now. Just one step away from maxing it out. Back to reality. Under the scorching sun, I quietly clenched my fists. 9 stamina points is seriously badass. We have been standing at attention for over 20 minutes. The girls around me are swaying, about to collapse. Their faces are pale as ghosts. Even some of the bulky guys' legs are starting to shake. Only I am breathing steadily. Heartbeat strong. I can even distract myself by watching ants on the roadside. Just then, a dull thud came from right beside me. I glanced out of the corner of my eye. My heart skipped a beat. The one who collapsed was actually my roommate, the second eldest of room 404, the rich kid Suzy. He was face down on the ground. Great, he is literally biting the dust. He is lying stiff and motionless on the burning track. Holy crap, Suzy. I instinctively moved to help him. My reflexes kicked in to catch him. Even though this guy is usually a loudmouth and always thirsting over my photos in drag, he is still my brother. It is way too hot out here. Hope nothing serious happened. But the moment my hand touched Suzy's arm, I saw something shocking. Suzy, lying on the ground, waited until no one was looking. He quietly tilted his face to the side. His tightly closed eyes opened just a tiny crack. He gave me a quick, flashy wink. My hand froze midair. Man, this guy is faking it. This acting is so over the top and dramatic. It is pretentious yet somehow cheesy, as expected of a performance major. Creating drama on the very first day of military training. Suzy was still frantically signaling me. His eyes were practically screaming, play along. I need to get to the infirmary for the AC. I am speechless, but seeing Suzy drenched in sweat, he must be genuinely exhausted. To help or not to help, I definitely have to help. That is what roommate chemistry is all about. Just then, system detected, host is using acting skills. Beginner acting automatically triggered. A strange sensation surged through me. My blank expression transformed in an instant. My brows furrowed deeply. My pupils constricted slightly. My gaze radiated the perfect amount of panic and anxiety. Emotions were precisely dialed into every single facial muscle. Emotions were precisely dialed into every single facial muscle. Suzy, what is wrong with you? I let out a loud shout. My voice was trembling. It was the sound of extreme concern for a comrade. I pulled Suzy up with a firm grip. My movements seemed frantic, but they were actually steady. This outburst startled everyone around us. It also successfully caught the instructor's attention. What is all this shouting about? The stone-faced instructor marched over with long strides. His gaze was fierce, but when he saw my face, full of worry and helplessness, and my panicked expression, he paused his footsteps slightly. This look in my eyes is too sincere. It does not look like I am faking it. Looking at Suzy, who was unconscious on the ground, the instructor frowned. Reporting, sir. With reddened eyes, I yelled. My roommate fainted. He has a weak constitution. It might be low blood sugar. I saw him turning pale just now. I did not expect him to just collapse like this. Please allow me to take him to the infirmary. My words were full of heartfelt emotion. The logic was sound, combined with my deceptive handsome face. The doubt in the instructor's eyes mostly vanished. Trying so hard with such a weak body. The instructor mumbled, but he did not dare let anything actually happen. After all, these students were pampered. He could not take the heat if someone got a heat stroke. Just then, the other two roommates nearby, Jiu Dapeng and Linla, also realized what was happening. They exchanged a look. They instantly understood Susie's play. Holy crap, Susie, that is a dirty trick. Count me in. I want to go enjoy the AC too. How did you just collapse? Weren't you fine yesterday? You can't die on us. Student Susie, you have to hang in there. I will go too, I am strong. I will help carry him. Hold it, what do you two think you are doing? It is just one person fainting. That is not a faint, that is a funeral procession. Way too dramatic. Are you afraid people won't notice someone collapsed here? The instructor pointed at Jiu Dapeng's incredibly fake expression. He sneered, with acting skills like that, you are actually in the performance department. Go back and practice some more. Don't even think about slacking off. Both of you, get back in line. If you move one more inch, it is an extra 5 kilometers run. Jiu Dapeng froze instantly. The two of them were dying of embarrassment. Looking like wilted vegetables, they slunk back to the squad. Then they shot me a resentful look. How is this fair? Why him? Jiang Bai got away with it, but we got busted immediately. Is this really the pretty privilege gap? Alright, stop dazing around. Since it is you are responsible for taking him to the infirmary. Once he is there, get back here ASAP. Don't even think about gold bricking. Understood, sir. Mission accepted. I gave a half-baked salute and hoisted Susie up. My 9-point stamina advantage was showing off its full potential. Susie was over 1.8 meters tall and weighed 70 kilograms, but carrying him felt like carrying a bag of cotton. I was practically flying. We are out, we are out. Hang in there, buddy. Second, bro. I shouted while dragging Susie away from the field at top speed, leaving behind a crowd full of envy, jealousy, and pure hate. As soon as we were out of the instructor's sight, we turned 2 corners and reached the shade of the trees. The limp noodle-like Susie was instantly resurrected, roaring back to life. How about that, third bro? Was your boy's reaction time legendary or what? That sun is brutal, like an evil stepmother. If I stood there any longer, my delicate skin would be peeling for sure. Oh please. Give me a break. If it were not for my Oscar-worthy acting, saving your life, the instructor would have kicked you back into line ages ago. Just look at the miserable state Jiu Dapeng is in. You have got some nerve. HMPH. This is what we call a tactical retreat. Boss and fourth bro just have trash acting skills. They can't blame anyone else. Besides, my life is precious. My old man worked his tail off to earn all that money, just waiting for me to be the heir and spend it all. If I died of heat stroke during military training, who would spend it? Do you hear this guy? Is he even human? I really wanted to kick him. This is the evils of the rich. Alright, stop messing around. Let us swing by the infirmary. Grab some water and get back quickly. The instructor is not stupid. If we take too long, we are definitely getting punished when we return. Susie wanted to slack off, but he knew where to draw the line. The two of them went to the infirmary to put on a show, grabbed some herbal medicine water, and loitered in the air-conditioned room for 10 minutes. Finally, under the school doctor's "Are you idiots" gaze, they reluctantly headed back to the field. The afternoon training was even more hellish. Maybe it was because Susie's fainting in the morning triggered the instructor. But as soon as the afternoon session started, the instructor dialed up the intensity. Right turn. Mark time march. 1-2-1-2. 1-2-1-1-2. Halt 1-2. The drill instructor keeps us practicing goose steps, leg lifts, and arm swings. The class's wails of agony echo through the skies, but it is useless. The training goes on as planned. The afternoon sun gets even more brutal. Less than 20 minutes into the session, many are already crying for mercy. Some are gasping like broken bellows, while others just flat out give up and go limp. Susie is practicing with a face as pale as dirt. He is full of regrets now. If he knew the afternoon session would be this long, he would not have faked fainting this morning. He should have saved his get-out-of-jail-free card for now. Among this bunch of defeated soldiers, I am still the outlier. My breathing remains steady throughout the entire formation. Every movement is textbook perfect. With my stamina boosted, I feel like a freaking perpetual motion machine. Forget half an hour of training. Even an hour would be a walk in the park for me. As the sunlight hits my face and sweat drips down my jaw, I do not look like a hot mess at all. Instead, it adds a touch of rugged aesthetic to my look. Many girls can't help but find themselves staring at me. Who is that guy over there? He is so hot, and his stamina is insane. He has been training this long and is not even out of breath. I think that is Jiang Bai. Now that is a real man. Way better than those guys who get exhausted after 2 steps. Even the instructor, who has been stone-faced all day, has his eyes locked on me, seeing my perfect posture and boundless energy. A flash of admiration crosses his eyes. After 30 minutes, the drill ends. The squad breaks for a rest. Most people just collapse onto the ground. I take one look at the floor, sizzling hot from the sun, and I am not about to roast my butt. So I just stay standing. Suddenly, the instructor walks to the front of the squad. He points at me and yells, "Everyone, look. Take a good look at him. This is what a soldier is supposed to look like. Look at yourselves, one by one, acting like you are dying after a bit of exercise. Are you even men? Now look at Jiang Bai. Not only does he look after his roommates, but his fitness is top tier. This is the kind of spirit you all need to learn from. Good job, Jiang Bai." Listening to the instructor's praise, I find it hilarious. "Sir, I am begging you, stop the praise. Can't you see the guys around me? Their murderous glares are basically making me the public enemy number 1. Especially Jiu Dapeng and Lin Le next to me. Their resentful stares make them look like 2 scorned housewives. Old 3, you have changed. You have been secretly leveling up behind our backs, have not you? We all had the same public education. So why are you flexing so hard?" I can only pretend I did not hear a thing. Staring straight ahead, playing the part of the silent hero. The day of hellish training finally comes to an end. The sun begins to set, painting the training ground in golden hues. As soon as the instructor yells "dismissed," everyone cheers like they have just been released from prison, dragging their exhausted bodies. Students shuffle toward the cafeteria in small groups. I am in no rush to leave. I check the time. It is 5:00 p.m. Time for the freshman gala auditions. The freshman gala auditions are at 5:00 p.m. It is tonight at 6:00 p.m. in the Grand Auditorium. Only 1 hour left. I have to go. For that 1 million yuan and this damn system mission. For that 1 million yuan and this damn system mission. Tonight's the night I have to transform into the sweetheart queen. But there is still a night training session later. If I skip out without a leave of absence, I am totally getting a disciplinary warning. I scanned the area, spotting the class monitor not far away. I locked my eyes on the class monitor nearby. He is a guy wearing glasses who looks pretty straight-laced. His name is Chen Jia. I hurried over to him. I quickly made my way toward Chen Jia. "Hey monitor, wait a sec." Chen Jia turned around and looked at me, looking a bit dazed. I was the star of the show today, getting praised by the drill sergeant, and being the talk of all the girls. Jiang Bai is something up. I pulled out the excuse I would already prepped, putting on my signature, sincere smile. "Monitor, about that. Tonight's training session. I would like to request a leave of absence." Chen Jia frowned at the request. Usually, they do not allow leave during military training, unless you are seriously ill. I leaned in a bit closer, lowering my voice. "I am heading to the auditions for the freshman gala. Our counselor, old Zhang, specifically told me to go, saying I should go and bring some glory to our class. You know how it is. If our class can put on a show, it is a win for the whole group." Hearing it was the counselor's orders for the sake of class glory, Chen Jia's expression immediately softened. "Oh, so that is how it is. That is definitely official business. Since Professor Zhang arranged it, then there is no problem at all. Go ahead. I will explain things to the drill sergeant tonight. Good luck. Make sure you get picked. Thanks a ton, monitor." I breathed a sigh of relief, patting Chen Jia on the shoulder. Mission accomplished. It is 5:30 p.m. The sun finally clocked out for the day, and the sky turned a brilliant orange-red. I walked back to the dorm, while having a deathmatch struggle with the system. "System bro, let us talk this out. The mission only said to cross-dress for the official gala. It only specified the official gala, right? Come on, give me a break. Can I skip the cross-dressing for tonight's internal audition? Please help me out here. Even in my guy clothes, I can sing I love you, and still be sweet. I can totally pull off a sweet vibe in my normal clothes." The system was ice cold. The audition is part of the selection process. If you do heart signs and hip sways in men's clothes, the judges will call the cops immediately. Mission failed if you are not selected. $1 million gone, plus a popularity penalty. I snapped out of it instantly. For the sake of the money, I will endure it. Back at 404, Suzy was lounging on his bed browsing the forums. Jiu Dapeng was munching on pig trotters, and Lin Lo was busy clacking away at some code. I walked over to the wardrobe, pretending to look for clothes. My hands flew as I snatched the white dress, stuffed it into my black backpack, and zipped it up. Perfect. I headed to the bathroom for a quick shower, then grabbed my bag and bolted out the door. Suzy mumbled something about me taking his stuff, but I did not have time for that. I sprinted all the way, heading for the Grand Auditorium. There is a bathroom on the top floor of the old teaching building. Nobody's ever there. It is the ultimate transformation spot. I ducked into a stall in the men's room, took a deep breath, and pulled out my tools of the trade. The white dress, the wig, and the makeup kit. Outfit change complete. Wig on. Master level makeup skills activated. Done in 20 minutes. In the mirror, my skin is as fair as snow. Features as pretty as a painting. Dialing the charm up to 9. A mix of cool elegance and pure allure. Even I am stunned by my own look. Better double check the Adam's apple. Ribbon hides the neck, dress hides the flat chest. Absolutely flawless. Time to go. I hug the walls, heading downstairs like a ghost. It is already dark out. The streetlights are flickering on. The entrance to the auditorium is buzzing with people. Too many people at the main gate. I will take the side door. Head down, keep it moving. Long hair covering my face. Still, someone staring. Holy crap, who is that? Her vibe is insane. She looks familiar. Have I seen her somewhere? I speed up and dash through the side door. The auditorium is brightly lit. I hunch over and slip into a corner in the back row. Lighting blind spots are the safest. Phew, finally made it inside. I look up to scan the judges in the front rows. Contestants are in the back. Everyone else is fanning themselves in groups. Auditions start at 6:00 sharp. The lights in the hall dim and focus right onto center stage. The air is thick with excitement and nerves. A student in a student council uniform, wearing a staff ID, walks onto the stage. He grabs the mic and gives it 2 taps. Thump thump. The whole room goes silent. He starts explaining the audition rules. Since we have so many applicants, to save time, we are doing instant eliminations. When your name is called, come up and perform. The next person called must wait at the side entrance. After each category is finished, the judges will score you on the spot. For example, the recitation category. Once all the recitations are done, the finalists will be announced immediately. If you do not make the cut, please leave quickly. Don't block the exits. Simple, blunt, and efficient. That is the Shanghai Theatre Academy style for you. The scoring panel in the first 3 rows consists of student council leaders, plus a few department heads and senior professors. Their faces are expressionless, but those judging stares are enough to make any freshman's knees shake. I pull out my phone to check the group chat. The singing group for the freshman gala is blowing up. The admin posted a screenshot of the final lineup. I swiped through the list, found my name, number 14. Before me, there are a few solo acts, and some trios and quintets, followed by 2 large choruses, then 3 more solos. The middle slot is perfect. The judges won't be bored yet, and they won't be stingy with points like they are at the start. But when I see the 10th name on the list, my eyebrow twitches. Number 10, Lin Feng, Junior, Music Department. Song title, I Love You. We have the same song title. Apparently, this parallel world also has a song called I Love You, except it is some miserable heartbreak ballad. The lyrics go, I love you. Single quote, but you love him. I am soaked in the rain like a dog. Single quote, while you are holding hands in his car. What a depressing melody. The rhythm is dragging. It is popular, but feels like a bunch of fake deep moaning. Singing a bold song is not scary, but whoever is ugly will feel the cringe. I am roasting them in my head. The song titles are the same, but the content is worlds apart. One is as bitter as herbal medicine. There is absolutely no comparison. Time ticks by, second by second. The acts on stage pass by like an assembly line. The recitation group finishes quickly. The judges whisper a few words to each other, and immediately cut more than half of them. The brutal elimination rate makes the atmosphere heavy. Those who can make it to the Shanghai Theatre Academy auditions. Which one of them is not a gifted talent or a beauty? Being cut does not just mean you are not as good as others. It means missing out on the rewards. Next category for credits. It is finally the first turn for the singing group. I put away my phone and sit up straight, observing the competition through the forest of heads in front of me. I have to admit, Shanghai Theatre Academy is full of hidden talents. Though the first few were nervous and out of tune, most of them have decent voices. Some are professional vocal majors. The moment they open their mouths, it is pure bel canto. So powerful the dust shakes off the ceiling. But it just makes me want to yawn. They are all just old, cliché songs. I lost interest until the host called the 10th name. Next up, Lin Feng, a junior from the vocal department performing Loving You. The words had barely faded when a small cheer erupted from the audience. Wow, it is senior Lin Feng. I heard he has 500,000 followers on Douyin. He is an internet-famous singer. His voice is so captivating, especially when he sings love songs. Amidst the high expectations, a guy wearing a white shirt and ripped jeans steps onto the stage holding a guitar. He looks okay. Got that K-pop flower boy vibe going on, except his bangs are way too long. They are covering half of one eye, and he keeps flipping his hair. The rain pitter-patters outside the window. My heart is broken, shattered to pieces. Lin Feng closes his eyes, with a look of pure agony on his face, like he just got dumped for the 800th time. His technique is actually good. Steady breath, smooth transitions, effortless switching between chest and falsetto, capturing the bitterness of a backup choice perfectly. As the song ends, thunderous applause breaks out from the crowd. Even the stern-faced judges in the front row nod slightly, scribbling a few marks on their score sheets. Clearly a high score. Lin Feng opens his eyes and stands up, soaking in the applause. A confident smirk curls at the corner of his mouth. He has got this. With his skills, plus this trending heartbreak song, making the cut for the freshman gala is a done deal. He walks off stage with his guitar, scanning the audience with his gaze, looking for any junior girls moved to tears by his voice. His vision suddenly catches on something like a powerful magnet. Freezing at the corner of the very last row, there sits a figure in white as pure as snow. The lighting is dim, the distance is far, yet that girl seems to glow. Her beauty pierces Lin Feng's heart instantly. Holy crap, Lin Feng's heart skips a beat. Is that the most beautiful freshman who is viral all over the net? She looks 10,000 times better in person than in photos. She is sitting quietly in the back row, long hair cascading over her shoulders. With a cold, aloof gaze, everything around her seemed to fade into the background, serving only to highlight her ethereal and solitary beauty. Lin Feng felt like he had just fallen in love. Now this is what you call a true goddess. Compared to her, those plastic-faced influencers he dated before were just cheap knockoffs. Clutching his guitar, he stood at the bottom of the steps like a complete idiot, staring at me without blinking. The smile on his face was gradually turning into a full-blown simp grin. Meanwhile, in my corner, I was bored out of my mind, just fiddling with my fingers. Tucked away in the corner, I was just killing time, playing with my hands. In the corner, I was just absent-mindedly checking my nails. Sitting there, I was just bored to death, messing with my fingers. Suddenly, I felt an intense, burning gaze fixed on me. I suddenly felt someone's eyes burning a hole through me. I looked up, and my eyes met Lin Feng's, which were overflowing with affection. What the heck? Is this guy sick in the head or something? He is done singing, so why has not he left yet? What the hell is he staring at me for? Don't tell me he figured out I am a guy. Could he have realized I am actually a dude? Impossible. I have got the system's charm aura active. Unless he has X-ray vision, there is no way. I calmly looked away. Inner monologue, singing skills, 6 out of 10. Song choice, 4 out of 10. He does not look particularly bright, either. IQ seems to be on the lower side, honestly. -2 points. Overall rating, just another random NPC. Lin Feng, having been completely ignored by his goddess, did not feel discouraged at all. On the contrary, he got even more excited. She is so cold and mysterious, so much personality. I totally dig this hard-to-get vibe she is giving off. Lin Feng was already daydreaming about their future, even picking out which kindergarten their kids would attend. Just then, the host on stage continued with the program. Number 11. Number 12. Time flew by. The 13th performer took the stage. Ha ha ha. Number 14, Jiang Bai, first year acting department. Please go backstage and get ready. Hearing my name, I took a deep breath. I stood up from my seat, my white dress flowing down like a cascade of liquid silver. I straightened out my skirt and walked gracefully toward the side entrance of the backstage. Lin Feng, who had been laser focused on his goddess, saw this and was completely stunned. Jiang Bai. Her name is Jiang Bai. What a beautiful name, so simple and pure, just like her. But then it suddenly clicked for him. Wait, she is number 14. That means she is in the singing category too. Lin Feng whipped out his phone, opened the list in the group chat, his fingers trembling as he scrolled to the 14th row. Number 14, Jiang Bai. Performance piece. Love You. Lin Feng felt like fireworks were exploding in his brain. Love You. She is singing Love You too. What does this mean? This is fate. This is a match made in heaven. Did she do it on purpose? Did she know I was going to sing this song, and specifically chose it because of that? Could it be that she noticed me a long time ago, and used this way to get my attention? Lin Feng's overactive imagination reached its peak. His face flushed bright red instantly, and his breathing became shallow. His hands clutching the guitar were shaking slightly. It must be. That is definitely it. This is like a legendary romantic duet prelude. She is giving me a signal. Hee. Lin Feng stood there rooted to the spot, watching as I disappeared through the backstage door. Lets out a creepy, foolish laugh. Backstage at the auditorium is even more chaotic than the front stage. Props are piled up everywhere. Students are all over the place, touching up makeup, doing vocal warm-ups, or anxiously pacing around. The moment I walked in, the originally noisy backstage fell silent in an instant. The sheer pressure of my stunning looks made everyone subconsciously hold their breath. Who is that? She looks like that goddess from the school forum. She is here for the audition too. Whispers started to break out everywhere. Keeping my eyes forward, I walked to the sound control booth. The guy in charge of the backing tracks was a student with thick glasses. He was currently hunched over, eating instant noodles. "Hello, sir. I am number 14, Jiang Bai. I am number 14, Jiang Bai. I am here to confirm my backing track." I tapped lightly on the table. The sound tech guy looked up, a half-eaten noodle still dangling from his mouth. When he saw my face, he slurped the noodle straight up his nose, coughing and choking, coughing and choking. The guy started coughing violently. His face turned bright red. He grabbed a tissue to wipe his mouth. "Ah, hello, Jiang Bai, right? Are you sure this is the right file? A guy named Lin Feng just sang 'Love You' before this. But your note here says original song." "Yes, it is this one. Could you please help me check the intro? About 5 seconds should be enough." That voice is so sweet and tingly. The sound tech guy felt like his bones had gone soft. His heart felt like it was being gently scratched by a kitten's paw. "Why, yeah, sure, no problem." With a trembling hand, he clicked the play button. A light and cheerful tune played from the speakers, with a distinct synthesizer effect. The intro was a wave of sweetness that washed over you. It was completely different from Lin Feng's angsty heartbreak version. The sound tech guy's eyes lit up. "Hey, this backing track has got something to it. It is good, no problem." "Confirmed, all good. Thank you, sir." I gave him a sweet smile, then turned and went to the waiting area, leaving the sound tech guy behind, staring at my retreating figure. He felt like even his braised beef noodles had turned sweet. A few minutes later, the off-key folk song on stage ended. A chubby guy ran off the stage, covering his face. The host walked onto the stage, glancing at the card in his hand. He raised an eyebrow slightly. He had also noticed that special note. "Next up, number 14, Jiang Bai, will be performing a song called..." The host paused for a moment, then added with emphasis, "An original song, 'Love You.'" As soon as he said that, the audience, who had been dozing off, instantly perked up. "An original, and it is 'Love You' again. Same song title as the one Senior Lin Feng just sang. Is this a live showdown? Original, my ass. Probably just changed a few words from someone else's song. But the name is Jiang Bai. Isn't that the girl in the white dress?" Amidst the crowd's chatter, the lights suddenly dimmed. Then, a soft spotlight hit the side entrance of the stage. Everyone held their breath. The next second, a foot in a white canvas shoe stepped out, followed by a figure walking into the spotlight. Her white dress was as pure as snow. Dark hair cascaded down like a waterfall. No excessive accessories. No over-the-top styling. He just stood there quietly, hands tucked behind his back, tilting his head slightly, looking toward the audience, flashing a sweet smile that could melt glaciers. "Hello everyone, I am Jiang Bai." A crisp, sweet female voice with a hint of playfulness echoed through the microphone across the venue. Boom, the auditorium went wild. Holy crap, it really is her. With looks like that, am I dreaming? That voice is freaking ethereal. That face is just next level. Mom, I think I just saw an angel. Backstage, in the wings, Lin Feng was staring intensely at me on stage. His entire body was trembling with excitement. He is doing this for me. Even the revolution is the same. This is definitely a response to my love. However, in the next second, when the upbeat, lively and youthful intro began to play, Lin Feng's smile froze on his face. "Wait. This is not my Love You. Why is the style of this song so cheerful? The night falls on my fingertips, gently turning into a crescent of light. Can you hear it too? My heartbeat drifting with the wind. If the world is in too much of a hurry, let us make this moment slow down. I am waiting for you in the melody." Whoa. This actually sounds really polished. The rhythm is on point. It is a total bop. It makes me want to tap my feet. A few senior vocal professors glanced at each other. Their eyes were filled with shock. You can tell a pro's skill from the very first second, just based on the intro alone. This is miles ahead of that miserable version of Love You from earlier. But as for the overall quality of the song, we will have to see what comes next. Everyone's eyes were glued to the stage. They watched with both scrutiny and anticipation. I took a deep breath, even though my embarrassment levels were off the charts. The moment the spotlight hit my face, the system's beginner acting and muscle memory automatically took over my body. I looked at the massive crowd below the stage. The corners of my mouth curled up, a perfect 8-tooth flash. The standard sweetheart smile, that one smile, seemed to make all the lights in the auditorium go dim by comparison. Vermilion lips parted slightly, an alluring, gender-defying voice was unleashed at full power. "If you suddenly sneeze, it must be because I am thinking of you. If you are woken up by your phone at midnight, that is just because I care." The first lyrics were like a sugar-coated bomb, exploding precisely in everyone's hearts. Sweet, So incredibly sweet. Not like some artificial sweetener sweet. It is like the first bite of chilled watermelon in summer. It is like the sweetness of holding hands for the first time in a first love. In the audience, several girls who had their heads down on their phones snapped them up. A girl with a high ponytail grabbed her best friend's arm. She was so excited, she almost jumped out of her seat. It is him, it is him. This voice is the one we heard back in the woods. Oh my God. So it really was a goddess. I told you, she was legendary. Live, she sounds 10,000 times better than the recording. This is just way too good. I feel like my ears are about to get pregnant. Since I have already stepped onto the stage, I might as well go all the way. For that 1 million, and for those precious system popularity points, I am going all out. I begin to hop lightly to the rhythm, drawing circles in the air with my left hand, while tapping the side of my thigh with my right. Every movement hits the beat perfectly, as precise as a wind-up doll. The soul-crushing exhaustion from the past few days is gone. The true value of those 9 stamina points is being showcased to the fullest right now. I sing and dance simultaneously. My breathing is as steady as a rock, without even a hint of a tremor in my voice. I even manage a graceful spin, and find a gap to throw a wink at the judges below. I often wonder if the things you say have a hidden meaning. I really want to believe you, but I can't help but have my doubts. In your heart, am I the only one, making me always unable to stop thinking of you? Darling, please say you like me one more time. Good luck in the year of the horse. Holy crap, my health bar is empty. I am dying from the cuteness. What kind of god-tier dance is this? This is way too adorable. Is this the legendary pure yet seductive vibe? That white skirt paired with sneakers is absolutely killing me. Even Lin Feng, watching from the wings, is completely dazed. The guitar in his hand almost slips to the floor, looking at the vibrant, sweet, and charming me on stage, then thinking back to what he just performed. His version sounded like a funeral for an ex. Like a funeral for an ex, good luck in the year of the horse. So embarrassing, damn it. This is what I love you should sound like. What the hell was I singing? Good luck in the year of the horse. That was more like I hate you. Good luck in the year of the horse. Lin Feng feels like his face is being slapped repeatedly, but he simply can't look away. It is so beautiful, he just wants to drop to his knees right now. The song enters the chorus climax. The brainwashing melody kicks in. The energy is incredibly infectious. Most of the audience is hearing this for the first time, but the catchy lyrics make people want to hum along after just one listen. They start singing along quietly in their seats. The entire atmosphere of the auditorium has shifted from a dull audition to a mini personal concert. The sweetness levels are off the charts, like a pink ocean overflowing everywhere. Everyone's face is flushed red, thrilled and dazed by the sheer sweetness. I become more and more at ease on stage. The white hem of my skirt flutters, revealing my calves. The simple white sneakers are not aggressive like high heels. Instead, they add a friendly girl-next-door vibe. This kind of defenseless charm is the most lethal poison. Talk a bit more, or let me stare in silence a bit longer. Express yourself a little more, let me truly see. Don't be in such a hurry to say goodbye. I think I like you quite a bit. Love you a little more, making me willing to give my all. Love you a little more. Then I will slowly understand. Who makes me want to give my all? As the last lyric fades out, I freeze in a cute ending pose, making a heart shape with both hands, tilting my head with a small smile and a wink. A finishing move that harvests the last bit of sanity in the room. The whole place short-circuits for a second, followed by, that was amazing. This is way too sweet. Goddess, goddess, I suddenly really want to be in love. People are literally crying on the spot. Holy shish. The music stops. I stand in the center of the stage, panting slightly, with a post-exercise flush on my face, looking even more tender and enchanting. But I did not collapse on the ground exhausted like before. My stamina bar is still more than half full, steady as a rock. In the front row of the judging panel, the most senior dean of the vocal department, a white-haired old professor, ignored all formalities and started clapping wildly. The old professor stood up, applauding enthusiastically. He picked up the microphone. His eyes were burning with intensity as he looked at me. This student. Please, wait a moment. I stood there obediently, holding the microphone. I said in a sweet voice, hello, professor. The old professor pushed up his glasses. His tone could not hide his excitement. Is this song really your original work? My face did not twitch, and my heart did not skip a beat. I put on my best innocent face. Yes, Professor. I wrote both the lyrics and the music myself. Anyway, the system has already registered the copyright. So technically, it is my work. Stealing a masterpiece. Can you even call it stealing? That is called cultural dissemination. Good, very good. It is rare to see young people these days write such a mature style of music. The level of completion is incredibly high, especially the arrangement. It is very avant-garde, very creative, and your vocal skills. Your breath control is very stable. Your vocal timbre is highly recognizable. Have you undergone professional training? I gave a humble smile. I just practice casually on my own. I am embarrassed to be praised by you, Professor. Casual practice can lead to this. The old professor laughed. Then you must be a genius. The female professor from the dance department next to him grabbed the mic. And the choreography for the song. Although the movements are simple, they are incredibly infectious. That feeling of youth. It made me want to get up there and dance with you. Student Jiang Bai, right. You are from the acting department. Are you interested in transferring to our dance or vocal departments? Either one would be fine. As soon as those words came out, the audience erupted in an uproar. Everyone was stunned. This evaluation is way too high. I quickly waved my hands. Thank you for your kindness, professors, but I still prefer acting. Are you kidding? Go to the dance department and stretch my tendons every day, or the vocal department and scream my lungs out every morning. I just want to lie low and get paid, okay? The judges asked a few more questions about my inspiration. I BS'd my way through with the classic, sudden flash of insight. And it came to me in a dream, excuses. Finally, the old professor marked a heavy check on the scoring sheet. He wrote down a staggering score. All right, you can go and rest now. I am really looking forward to your performance at the official gala. This song, I Love You, will definitely be the biggest hit of the year at STA. The old professor said. Thank you, Professor. I gave a polite bow. Under the watchful eyes and applause of the crowd, I lifted my skirt and walked off stage gracefully like a victorious queen. As soon as I entered the side door of the backstage, the sweet smile on my face vanished instantly. It was replaced by a look of immense relief. Total weight off my shoulders. Phew. The acting is finally over. This is freaking exhausting. I patted my stiff cheeks, just to maintain that smile earlier. My face almost froze, although the singing category has not finished yet. Judging by the professor's reactions, that 1 million is as good as mine. Right at that moment, a figure dashed out from the side and blocked my path. Jiang Bai. Ah hey, I am Lin Feng. I am also that guy who is totally into you. We are really destined to be together, are not we? I look at the senior, who is acting like an excited golden retriever wagging its tail, and I feel a wave of pure cringe. Destined my foot. Who on earth has destiny with you? But since I am still in my female persona, I can't let the character break. I can only manage a polite yet awkward smile. Using my best Ice Queen goddess voice, I say, what a coincidence, indeed. You sang quite well, senior. Keep it up. After saying that, I do not give Lin Feng a single chance to keep flirting. I just sidestep right past him and quickly walk out of the auditorium. Lin Feng stands there watching me walk away. Instead of being annoyed, he looks absolutely enchanted, clutching his chest. She called me senior. She said I sang well. She even told me to keep it up. She definitely has feelings for me. Lin Feng giggles like an idiot, completely failing to realize it was just polite small talk. Just as I step out of the side door of the auditorium, the night breeze blows, and I feel a chill on my sweaty back. Even though a stamina of 9 means I won't collapse after dancing, wearing a long, non-breathable dress, plus a wig, it really feels miserable. Time to bail, time to bail. I need to get to the bathroom and take off this makeup fast. If the main group comes back from their drills and catches me, that would be a total disaster. I lift my skirt, ready to sprint toward the restroom in the old teaching building. Suddenly, a dark shadow lunges out from behind a decorative tree. I finally found you. I have been looking for you for 2 whole days. I have been looking for you for 2 whole days. I jump back in fright, almost delivering a kick to his face. Taking a closer look, it is a young man wearing a baseball cap and a staff lanyard. He is clutching a phone in his hand, dripping with sweat, and panting heavily, if it were not for the look on his face, which was as excited as someone who just won the lottery. I would have thought he was a total creep. The young man does not even wait to catch his breath. He holds up his phone to compare it with me. On the screen is that viral, shy smile photo. He looks at the phone, then looks back at me, his eyes wide like saucers. It is such a match. No, wait. She is even more beautiful in person than in the photo. This aura, this figure. My God, Director Yu really has a sharp eye. I am completely baffled. I instinctively take a step back and ask coldly, who are you? What do you want? Is this a school discipline officer catching someone playing dress-up? The young man finally realizes he is acting out of line. He quickly wipes his sweat, puts on what he thinks is a gentlemanly smile, and hands over a business card. "Ah, miss. Please do not misunderstand. I am not a bad guy. I am Xiao Lu, the casting assistant for Director Yu Jung." Director Yu Jung. I freeze for a second. That name sounds familiar. In this world, this guy is also the famous godfather of period dramas. Even though he is quite controversial, his ability to make people stars is top tier. Xiao Lu sees my reaction. "Strike while the iron is hot. It is Director Yu Jung's assistant. We saw your photos online and were absolutely stunned. Director Yu is currently preparing for his blockbuster period drama, Beauty's Rival in Palace. There are several very important roles in it. We have been looking for the right person. I have been waiting outside the auditorium for a long time. I have finally found you. Miss, would you be interested in auditioning for a role? Beauty's Rival in Palace." My heart skipped a beat. As a seasoned drama fan from my past life, of course I know this show. The ratings champion of 2010. The Og of Palace intrigue dramas. It launched the careers of a whole host of stars like Ruby Lin, Yang Mi and Wang Liken. To think this show exists in this parallel world too. I nonchalantly tested the waters. Is Beauty's Rival in Palace the one about Empress Do of the Han Dynasty? Yes, you actually know about it. It seems you have been following our production, beautiful. So, what do you say? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As long as you come. With your looks, you are guaranteed to become a star. A star, my ass. I am a dude. You want me to act in Beauty's Rival in Palace. What am I gonna play? A eunuch. Judging by this guy's lecherous, admiring gaze. He obviously wants me to play a devastatingly beautiful woman. If I actually go to the set, I will have to fill out forms and get a physical. The moment I drop my pants. What? It is a guy. Just imagining that scene, I feel like I would be beaten to death on the spot. I am not interested. I reverted to my cool goddess persona. I shook my head. I am just a freshman. I just want to focus on my studies. After saying that, I turned to leave. Are you kidding me? Participating in the school gala for $1 million was already my limit. Getting into the entertainment industry, and as a cross-dressing celebrity at that, isn't that just asking for trouble? Although I do want to get into the entertainment industry. It is not the film industry. It is the music industry. I want to be a pop king, not a movie queen. The assistant got anxious. He quickly rushed after me. Hey beautiful, do not go. The pay is negotiable. Seriously, this is a major production. Countless people are dying for a role but can't get one. Just as I was about to ignore him and dip, a cold mechanical voice suddenly boomed in my mind without warning. Host is facing a major opportunity. Triggering side quest, first step into the entertainment industry. Mission description. As a future all-around movie queen, how can you refuse an invitation from an S-tier production? Please accept the audition invitation and successfully land the role. Mission rewards: 1. Ultimate acting skill. It will cure your stone-faced acting and make your eyes expressive. 2. 1 session in the immersive role simulation machine. 3. 1 million in cash. The foot I had just lifted froze in mid-air. $1 million. It is another $1 million. Add that to the $1 million from the freshman gala. That is $2 million. And on top of that, there is the ultimate acting skill. Right now, I only have beginner acting skill. I can only play extras. If I had the ultimate skill, I would be a top-tier student in the acting department. No question. I took a deep breath. I turned around. The icy frost on my face that kept people 1,000 miles away melted in an instant. I bloomed into a smile, dazzling enough to make the assistant's head spin. Actually, if I think about it carefully, it is not like I can't consider it. After all, I do enjoy acting. It is all for the sake of art, right? Besides, it is for a Yu Jung production. I have to go. Xiao Lu was dazed by my smile. He froze for 2 seconds before snapping out of it. Oh right. For the sake of art. Oh my dear beauty, your dedication is on another level. Then it is settled. I nodded shyly. Send me the time and location for the screen test. I will be there on time. Xiao Lu quickly added me on WeChat and sent the location. The day after tomorrow, 2 p.m., Beijing Film Studio, Soundstage 3. When you get there, just mention my name. Okay, thank you. I waved and did not linger. Lifting my dress, I quickly vanished into the night, leaving Xiao Lu standing there, watching my retreating figure. He clenched his fists in excitement. It is a done deal. I have hit the jackpot this time. Director Yu will definitely give me a bonus. After leaving Xiao Lu, I sprinted all the way to the restroom in the old academic building, removing makeup, taking off the dress, pulling off the wig. My movements were as smooth as flowing water, as fast as disarming a bomb. I stuffed the whole female outfit into my backpack and pressed it down firmly with a few books. After changing back into the freshman military training camo, I checked myself in the mirror. Good. I am the sunny and handsome adult, Jiang Bai again, with my backpack on. I casually strolled out of the academic building. The auditorium was still buzzing with excitement, but I knew, after tonight, the name Jiang Bai, and that song, Love You, were probably going to blow up all over the Shanghai Theater Academy. But that is all about Jiang Bai in a dress. What does that have to do with me, the heartthrob Jiang Bai? Just as I reached the dorm building, I ran right into the main group, returning from night training. Every single one of them was dog-tired, leaning on each other for support. Phew, close call. If I were any later, and waited for the main group to dismiss and come back, the restroom would have been packed. Then I really would have had to jump out the window. I blended into the crowd. Back at 404, I pushed the door open. A thick stench of stinky feet hit me in the face. The oldest was kicking his feet up on a chair. The second oldest was putting on a face mask. The fourth was chugging water like crazy. Seeing me return, the second oldest asked with a muffled voice. Third bro is back. So how'd it go? Did you pass the first round? You actually signed up behind our backs. So not cool, bro. I tossed my backpack onto the bed. I just bullshitted my way through. I only went to join the fun. The counselor made me go. I just got up there and sang a few lines randomly. Probably no chance. That place is a battle of the gods. I am just cannon fodder. Of course, I would not dare say how I actually performed. If my roommates found out that the goddess in a white dress who captivated the entire audience was me, these three dudes would probably have a meltdown on the spot. Someone like me who just winged it definitely can't compare to the pros. It is okay, third bro. It is the taking part that counts, right? Just then, the fourth, who had been quiet the whole time, suddenly stared at his phone. He let out a sharp cry. With that shout, it scared the face mask right off the second brother's face. Susie, what are you howling about? Did your code pop another bug? Lin Li's hands were actually shaking. He pushed up his sliding glasses. He held his phone up in front of everyone. Major breaking news. Bro, we just missed a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Just a moment ago, at the freshman gala auditions, that goddess in the white dress. She showed up. Suzy and Jiu Dapeng catapulted out of their chairs. They lunged straight at Linla. Are you talking about the legendary beauty from the forum? She actually went to the auditions. Linla was so excited that spit was flying everywhere. It is 100% legit. Someone already posted about it on the forum. They said she sang an original song called Sayat, Love You. And she even danced. The place absolutely blew up. The judges wanted to scout her on the spot. Word is, she is so sweet it is deafening. Everyone who heard her said they would die for her. No. Why did not I sign up to be in the audience? I am so full of regret. Linla beat his chest and stomped his feet. He looked like he would just lost the love of his life. Suzy looked like he was dying of pure agony. Wait, you can dance too. Damn it. If I would known, I would have signed up to sing too. Even if I embarrassed myself on stage, at least I could have caught a glimpse of the goddess backstage. Jiang Bai, were not you just there? Did you see her? Is she really that gorgeous? Does she look even better than her photos? I am panicking like crazy inside. But on the surface, I put on a totally clueless face. I scratched my head and blinked my big innocent eyes. White dress goddess. Nah, my slot was pretty early. I left right after I finished singing. I did not see any legendary beauty. She probably went on stage after I left. I have to distance myself from this. There is no way I can admit it. Otherwise, they will beat me to death. Suzy looked suspicious. He gave me a once-over. Man, your luck is trash. As soon as you leave, she shows up. Maybe that is just fate. Ah, I should have stayed a bit longer. My bad. Suzy shook his head in disappointment. He picked up the piece of bread he would dropped on the floor. If even a scene junkie like Jiang Bai missed her, it looks like we are really not meant to see her. Whatever. Let us just go to sleep. You can find anything in your dreams. After a round of sighs and groans, they finally let the subject drop. I secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Luckily, even though my roommates are thirst traps, they are pretty easy to fool. Just then, the phone on the desk vibrated. I picked it up to check. A WeChat notification popped up. The sender was Lao Zhang, the counselor, Jiang Bai. Great news. The dean just called me. He praised you to the skies. He said your original song, Sayat, Love You, has huge potential. Your vocals were great, and your stage presence was solid. Congratulations, you have been officially selected for the freshman gala. Our acting department finally has its day in the sun. I never saw this coming, truly unexpected. Prepare well. Make our class proud when the time comes. Looking at the text on the screen, the corner of my mouth twitched. Oh, Professor Zhang, if only you knew that the person the department head was praising was that sweet girl in the white dress, the one who was swaying her hips. I wonder what you would think. Just getting through the preliminary selection is good enough. That 1 million is as good as halfway in my pocket. I thought for a moment, and replied, "Thank you, Professor Jiang. I will do my best." Then I changed the subject. "By the way, Professor, there is something I need to ask you for leave for. I need to take leave from the 7th to the 9th, 3 days in total. Since I have to go to the audition, I definitely have to ask for leave. Although Beijing is not too far from here, a round trip would still take half a day. Add the audition process and other miscellaneous things. I would need at least 3 days off. Of course, it is not because I want to skip military training, and it is definitely not because if, by some miracle, I pass the audition and get the 1 million mission reward, I would need to stay a couple more days to splurge. But if I were not broke and could have gone to Beijing earlier, I would have even asked for tomorrow, the 6th, off. Of course, I am only asking for leave until the 9th. It is absolutely not because the 10th is a Sunday, and we get a day off from military training." Professor Zhang's reply came back in a second. 3 days off. Jiang Bai, even though you were selected for the gala, you still have to participate in the military training. Professor, I am going for an audition. A production team wants me to try out for a role. An audition? What production team? We are just freshmen. You should be focusing on the fundamentals. There are a lot of sketchy, low-budget production teams out there. Don't get scammed. It is for Beauty's Rival in Palace, the one directed by Yu Zheng. On the other end of the phone, Professor Zhang, who was sipping tea in his office, saw that line of text. He spat a mouthful of tea directly onto his screen. Cough, cough, splutter. Professor Zhang's eyes went wide. He thought his old eyes were playing tricks on him. Beauty's Rival in Palace. Yu Zheng, are you kidding me? That is a huge project right now. Countless A-list stars in the industry have their eyes on it. Even the top students from the junior and senior years might not even be able to land a walk-on role. And you, a freshman, who has only been in school for 2 days, they want you to audition. Jiang Bai, are you running a fever? Do you have any idea how big that production is? Have you been scammed? Did they ask you to pay a deposit first? I knew Professor Zhang would not believe me. To be honest, if the system had not issued the mission, I would not believe it either. Professor, this is the location and invitation letter from the casting director. No payment needed. I just go straight to the film studio for the audition. They even promised to reimburse my plane ticket. If it were a scam, they would not go to the Beijing film studio and rent a whole soundstage. Just to scam me, right? Silence. A long silence. A full 5 minutes passed. Professor Zhang's message finally came through. You could feel his shock and disbelief between the lines. Okay. I have checked. The casting for Beauty's Rival in Palace is indeed happening there these few days. Since it is real, you should go. This is a massive opportunity. Though I have no clue how you got invited, you absolutely must seize it. I have approved your leave of absence. Stay safe, but just in case, do not let anyone sell you out while you are busy counting their money for them. Thank you, Professor. I sent a kneeling emoji. Leave of absence secured. Audition spot secured. Next stop, Beijing the day after tomorrow. Time to pull off a living transformation right in front of Yu Zheng. Staring at the ceiling from my bed, I silently pray. I hope for the audition the day after tomorrow. They do not make me do anything too embarrassing. No hotel internships or anything. You know, casting couch stuff. Actually, even if something did happen, with my current stamina stats, it is not even certain who would be finishing whom. Early the next morning, if yesterday's sun was brutal, then today's sun is a total psycho. The ground temperature is pushing 40 degrees Celsius. The air over the drill grounds is warping and distorting, like it could turn a person into beef jerky at any second. The freshman ranks are a sea of misery. Everyone is slumped and crooked, looking like wilted eggplants after a frost. Attention. Eyes right. As the instructor barks the command, the freshmen shuffle mechanically, their legs feeling like they are filled with lead. Sweat streams down their faces into their collars, itching like crazy, yet no one dares to move. However, amidst this sea of misery, one figure stands tall and firm like an anchor in a storm. Standing in the formation, my posture is so textbook perfect. It could be the cover of a manual. Back straight as a board, gaze sharp and resolute. Even the wrinkles in my uniform radiate a sense of cool composure. Sweat glides down my sharp jawline, glistening crystal clear under the sunlight. Instead of looking like a mess, it actually adds a touch of rugged, masculine pheromones. The girls around me have their eyes glued to me like magnets, stealing glances in this direction. But only I know the truth. I am already grinning like a maniac on the inside. Hell yeah, this feels amazing. As long as I survive this morning, I get 3 days off in a row. Goodbye, military drill. By this time tomorrow, while everyone else is baking like jerky, I will be in Beijing, chilling in the AC, and I will even make a small fortune while I am at it. 1 million bucks. This just released from prison level of joy makes even the sun overhead look quite handsome. So this is the joy of the privileged class. I am absolutely loving it. Of course, what makes this so easy is not just the permit, but my superhuman physical stats. Just last night, I could not help myself and became a gotcha addict once again. Popularity points, 9,836. Looking at the points accumulated during the day, the ones that skyrocketed because of my cross-dressing audition, my hands were shaking and my heart was racing. Popularity points. You can't take them with you when you die. Hoarding them only leads to depreciation. So I might as well trade them for combat power. System, give me a draw. I am feeling like the RNG king today. Let us go for a 10 pull. I originally thought it would be another thank you for playing session, but I never expected the system to actually act like a decent being this time. Lady Luck finally seemed to lift the corner of her skirt for me. Congratulations, host, for your luck explosion. Attribute point obtained. Stamina +1. Attribute point obtained. Stamina +1. 2 consecutive hits plus my original 9 points. My stamina skyrocketed to 11 points. I was so hyped I almost rolled right off the bed. Doesn't that mean I am about to break the human limit? Basically, ascending to godhood in the flesh. Warning. Detecting the host's current life form limitations. The maximum value for all attributes of an ordinary human is 10. The 1 point of overflow stamina has been automatically stored. Current stamina value is locked at 10. Peak human condition. To break the limit, please purchase the Gene Breakthrough card in the shop. Price, 100,000. Popularity points. I stared at that 100,000 price tag and silently gave it the middle finger. Still, 10 points is not bad. This is the peak for a normal human, after all. At this moment, I felt like there was a T-Rex lying dormant inside me. Standing at attention would be like taking a standing break, right? The morning training session came to an end. Rest in place for 10 minutes. At the drill instructor's command, everyone looked like their bones had been removed. They all collapsed onto the grass. A chorus of groans and whines filled the air. Only I remained full of energy. I even felt like doing a couple of push-ups for fun. Just as I twisted open my water bottle, ready to take a drink, a shadow fell over me. I looked up to a familiar, tanned face. The drill instructor was squatting in front of me, grinning. His expression was like an old farmer, gazing at the biggest, healthiest cabbage in his field. Jiang Bai, having some water. Sir, I quickly put down my bottle and tried to stand up. Sit. Don't be so tense. I see you are in pretty good shape, kid. During the military stance, just now, you were the steadiest one in the whole class. You did not even blink an eye. You are prime material for a soldier. You are too kind, sir. I just like to work out in my spare time. Liking to work out is a good thing. So, how about it? Are you interested in joining the military boxing squad? That is the elite unit of this military training. When the time comes for the school-wide review, you guys will be performing right at the front. Super cool. All the girls in the school will be screaming for you. Plus, you will learn some real skills. It will be perfect for self-defense if you get into a fight later on. The instructor mentioned military boxing, and my mind instantly pictured a group of shirtless guys shouting hoo-ha under the scorching sun as they practice their punches. It is cool, for sure, but it is also exhausting. And it means extra training. Right now, all I want to do is slack off. Who has the spare energy to go practice boxing? Sir, thank you for the kind offer. I put on a troubled expression and politely declined, but I am not very coordinated. I even mess up the moves during broadcast calisthenics. I am afraid I would just embarrass our squad, so I would better pass. The instructor was taken aback. He looked me up and down. Not coordinated. Who are you kidding? Who was it yesterday that carried his 140 Jin roommate like it was nothing? And who was it just now that stood at attention as straight as a lightning rod? Who are you kidding? College students these days are slippery as eels. Thinking of this, the drill instructor stood up. He dusted off his hands. Jiang Bai stepped forward. His voice was not loud, but it was extremely piercing. The surrounding students, who had been slacking off and resting, instantly popped their heads up like a game of whack-a-mole. Holy crap, our boy Jiang Bai got called out. What is going on? He is about to get punished. Jiu Dapeng, Suzy and Linla also gathered around, their faces screaming, I am here for the drama. My heart skipped a beat, but I had no choice but to bite the bullet and stand up. I walked to the open space in front of the formation. Standing at attention, the instructor circled me once, his gaze as sharp as a hawk's. Since you are requesting leave, I will have to see what you are made of. If your fundamentals are weak, taking 3 days off, you won't be able to catch up when you get back. At that point, forget being a model soldier. You won't even be able to goose step in sync. On my command, at ease. Left face. Right face. Quick march, goose step. As the instructor's commands got faster and faster, my movements became increasingly sharp. The 10 points in stamina did not just bring strength, but also ultimate control over my body. Every turn was as steady as a mountain. Every leg kick created a gust of wind, especially the goose step. Thump, thump, thump. The sound of my soles hitting the ground was crisp and loud, full of power. The height of my raised leg was perfectly consistent, not a millimeter off. My arm swings were sharp and powerful. Frozen in place, I was like a statue. Still as a virgin, swift as a fleeing rabbit, smooth as flowing clouds and water. A true feast for the eyes. The surrounding students were completely stunned. Dude, that was so cool. His form is even more perfect than the instructor's. Who said Jiang Bai was uncoordinated? This is basically honor guard level. Even the girls from other squads on their break were drawn in by the commotion. Every single one of them had stars in their eyes. I returned to the formation and sat down. The moment my butt hit the ground, Jiu Dapeng, Suzy and Linla swarmed me. Damn Jiang Bai, you are a beast. That goose step just now was so damn cool. What did the instructor say to you? Why do you look a little off? Jiu Dapeng was all about the gossip. I saw the instructor's hands were shaking when he left. Don't tell me you beat him up. What are you thinking? Am I that kind of violent person? The instructor saw how handsome I am, and how perfect my form is. He grabbed my hand and insisted on praising me. He said looking at me was like looking at his younger self. He got too emotional. That is why his hands were shaking a bit. Jiu Dapeng, Suzy and Linla exchanged a look. In unison, they let out a scoff. Shameless. I have never met someone so ridiculously thick-skinned. Night fell. Tonight, the Shanghai Theatre Academy's main auditorium is hosting the final selection for the freshman gala. They call it a final selection, but it is really more like a showcase. After last night's brutal preliminary round, the acts that made it through are basically the cream of the crop. Unless there is a major screw-up, they are pretty much guaranteed not to be cut. I used my leave of absence shield once again. With a wave of his hand, the counselor approved it. And so, I sneaked back into the restroom on the top floor of the old teaching building. Familiar with the routine, I changed into that white dress. When I walked into the auditorium, it still caused quite a stir. She is here, she is here. The white dress goddess is here. How does she look even prettier today? HMPH, obviously. She is an original talented girl. Her talent gives her an extra glow. Even without talent, she would still be a total babe. I ignored the gazes around me, found a corner and sat down. I took the program list and scanned it. Besides my sweetheart version of I Love You, that Senior Lin Feng's bittersweet version of I Love You, actually, got selected too. Talk about an awkward showdown to the bitter end. I made a snide remark to myself, but did not let it bother me. The final selection process went very smoothly. Basically, the directing team just read through the list, confirming the needs for accompaniment, costumes, and lighting. I went up just to show my face. Once again, using my sweet smile and voice, I left the judges completely spellbound. Student Jiang Bai, your performance is a top priority for us. Feel free to ask for anything you need regarding costumes. As for lighting, we will give you the best setup. This treatment is practically on the level of a favorite daughter. Finally, the teacher in charge of the gala stood up to wrap things up. Every act on the list is approved. For the next few days, everyone practice on your own. Starting next Monday, we will have our first official dress rehearsal. Dismissed. Hearing the words, next Monday, my heart finally settled back into my chest. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, I head to the Beijing film studio for the audition. I will be back on Saturday, the day after tomorrow. The timing is perfect. A flawless workaround. Walking out of the auditorium, the night breeze was slightly cool. I pulled out my phone to check WeChat. On WeChat, Director Yu Zheng's assistant, Xiao Lu, had sent a message 10 minutes ago. Miss Zhang, you have not forgotten the audition at 2 p.m. tomorrow, right? Do you need me to arrange a car for the airport pickup? Our crew has dedicated business cars in Beijing. We can pick you up at the airport and take you straight to the hotel. No way in hell. If I let him pick me up, and he sees a handsome guy with a buzz cut walking out, the whole gig would be blown. I replied, no need. Thanks, I will make my own way there. See you tomorrow. After replying, I put my phone away and returned to the top floor restroom. I looked at the person in the mirror. Brows like distant mountains, eyes like peach blossoms. Even in this shabby environment, the beauty was heart-stopping. With these looks, I am almost falling in love with myself. The audition will definitely be a breeze. I touched my face. Tomorrow, this face is going to Beijing for an audition. That is the center of the entertainment world, the starting point of the Vanity Fair, and more importantly, the ATM for the system's 1 million cash reward. Beijing and 1 million. Get rich or die trying, here I come. Beijing International Airport. The roar of massive engines tore through the sky. A silver passenger plane slowly descended onto the runway. The cabin door opened. A heat wave, mixed with the unique dry air of the capital, hit me right in the face. I walked out of the terminal, carrying my simple luggage. I took a deep breath. So this is what money smells like. It is a bit much, but damn, it smells good. That is the smell of cold hard cash. That is the smell of $1 million dream. Standing in the bustling arrivals hall, my heart was racing. This is the first time in my 2 lifetimes combined that I have come to this legendary city as the cultural and entertainment hub of Blue Star. Beijing is home to countless entertainment companies and film studios, and an endless stream of dreamers hoping to become famous overnight. And I, Jiang Bai, am about to make a big move here today. 1 million yuan and the ultimate acting skill. I tighten my grip on the suitcase handle, my eyes gleaming with a wolf-like hunger. As long as I land this role, my college life will be set. Financial freedom, here I come. Just as I was lost in my fantasy of a wonderful future, a sudden ear-piercing scream nearly shattered my eardrums. In the next moment, the once orderly arrivals hall erupted into total chaos. A huge crowd of young men and women, holding light-up signs and banners, like a zombie horde from a movie, surged madly towards the VIP exit. Mi. Look over here, wifey. I love you, Yang Mi. So beautiful. I was shoved around by the frenzied crowd, and almost got swept away, suitcase and all. Holy crap, who is this? What a massive entourage. I steadied myself, stood on my tiptoes, and looked in the direction of the crowd. At the VIP exit, a group of bodyguards in black formed a human wall, linking arms. Protected by this human wall, a tall, slender woman walked out. She wore huge sunglasses that covered half her face, and an oversized sweatshirt. Her lower half featured the iconic no-pants look, revealing a pair of long, fair, and perfectly straight legs. Her aura was off the charts. She walked with an air of confidence, although I could not see her full face. Those signature lips, and the way she walked. I was stunned for a moment. Yang Mi. In this parallel world, Yang Mi is still that top-tier female star who is famous everywhere. The name Da Mimi resonates throughout the entire entertainment industry. Watching Yang Mi's figure disappear into the distance, surrounded by fans, I rubbed my chin. What a coincidence. If I remember correctly, in the original Beauty's Rival in Palace, Yang Mi played the assassin that countless people felt was a tragic loss. Mo Shuiyuan. Could she also be here to audition for this show? I muttered to myself. The hotel I booked was a budget motel near the film studio. Although the conditions were average, the price was right, and it was close to the studio where the audition would be held. After checking in and getting to my room, I tossed my luggage aside. I glanced at the time, 11:30 a.m. There were still 2.5 hours until the 2:00 p.m. audition. Time was tight. After a quick bite, I locked the door, drew the curtains, and took out my backpack. Time to get to work. I emptied the contents of my backpack. A white dress, a wig. I am sitting in front of the hotel mirror, taking a deep breath. Time to transform. This is already my 3rd time cross-dressing. As they say, the first time is a learning experience. The second time, you get the hang of it. The third time, well, it is starting to get a little addictive, coupled with the muscle memory from my master-level makeup skills. My technique is so practiced, it is scary. Foundation, contour, eyebrows, eye makeup. Every step is as smooth as flowing water, especially the eye makeup. To match the ancient costume vibe of Beauty's Rival in Palace, I have intentionally drawn the eyeliner with a slight upward flick. It adds a touch of classical charm. A dozen minutes later, I fell silent, looking at my reflection in the mirror. This 9-point charm value. Isn't this a bit overkill? The person in the mirror is no longer the simple, sweet campus belle type from before. Thanks to the subtle adjustments in the makeup, I now have an air of cool, stunning beauty. Every glance is captivating, radiating brilliance. It is that whole, a rare beauty in the north, who stands alone, peerless in the world kind of vibe. It is maxed out. With a face like this, forget a supporting role. If I were to play Dodgy, I bet the king would literally rip his heart out for me. I nodded in satisfaction. I changed into the white dress on the bed. Although it is a modern outfit, that kind of aura is universal. As long as you have got the face, even a burlap sack would look fashionable. Everything was ready. I folded my men's clothes and stuffed them into my bag. This is my escape plan. If anything unexpected happens at the audition, like say, they ask for a body search, I can still find a chance to change back into my guy clothes and make a run for it. Putting on my mask and pulling on my hat, I took a deep breath and pushed open the door. Beijing Film City. I have arrived at Beijing Film City. This is the biggest dream factory on all of Blue Star. It is also the most chaotic intersection of time and space. The sun blazed overhead. Dust filled the air. The moment I stepped into the core area, I felt like I had stumbled into a massive cosplay convention, or maybe a gala for a psychiatric hospital. To my left, A group of zombies in Qing Dynasty official robes were lining up to buy fried crepes. They were all whipping their braided queues around. To my right, a few foreign soldiers holding AK-47s were squatting in a corner with some 8th Route Army soldiers, having a smoke. They were debating whether tonight's boxed meal would be braised pork or shredded potatoes. Up ahead, there was even an emperor in a dragon robe, frantically pedaling a shared bike. A few eunuchs were chasing after him, panting and shouting, "Your Majesty, slow down. This is just too damn surreal." I pulled my hat down lower, lifted my skirt, and cautiously dodged a pickup truck hauling a large cannon. Although my current getup would turn 100% of heads on the outside, here, it is actually the most normal thing. After all, this place is crawling with beauties. There are goddesses everywhere. But here's the problem. This place is huge. The crisscrossing streets are all filled with various replica ancient buildings. There is not even a single street sign. Where the hell is soundstage number 3? I walked around in 2 circles, staring at the identical red walls and green tiles all around me. I completely lost my sense of direction. GPS is basically useless here. The location keeps drifting. Looks like I will have to find someone and ask. I looked around. Just then, I spotted someone not too far ahead. It was a burly guy in a black tank top, a whistle hanging around his neck, and a walkie-talkie in his hand. He was wiping away sweat while rushing somewhere. Judging by his getup, he is either a production assistant or a stunt coordinator. He must know his way around this film studio. Bingo. I quickly walked over to him. I called out to him, tentatively. Meanwhile, Zhuang Han, the action director for a certain film crew, was fuming. To meet the deadline, the crew had been shooting nonstop for 3 days and 3 nights, and just now, a stunt double had carelessly sprained his ankle. The director was yelling his head off inside, and the producer was breathing down his neck outside. He, the action director, was caught in the middle, taking flack from both sides. He was so busy, he had not even had a sip of water. "Who is it? Don't bother me. Can't you see I am busy?" Zhuang Han did not even turn his head. His tone was so aggressive, you would think he would eaten gunpowder. He was about to grab his walkie-talkie to chew someone out, when suddenly a soft, alluring voice, almost like an electric current, slipped into his ear. "Excuse me, sir." The voice was crisp and sweet. It carried a perfectly measured hint of apology and gentleness. It was like a glass of iced plum juice on a hot summer day, instantly extinguishing half the fire in his heart. Zhuang Han subconsciously stopped in his tracks. He turned his head impatiently, ready to snap, "What is it?" But the latter half of his sentence got stuck in his throat. He saw a person, a girl in a white dress, wearing a face mask and a baseball cap. Although he could not see the girl's full face, the pair of eyes visible above the mask were breathtakingly beautiful. Sunlight danced on her eyelashes, making them twinkle. As her eyes moved, it was as if they held a galaxy of stars. Zhuang Han was a rough guy. Usually, he was used to seeing the heavily made-up actresses on set, but at this moment he felt his heart had just been hit hard by something. Gulp. He swallowed hard. His originally fierce expression instantly melted away, replaced by a dazed look. "Ah, you were calling me. Look at this guy. Just a second ago, he looked like he was ready to kill someone. Now, he is acting like a dumb puppy." I chuckled to myself. A 9-point charm score really is OP. It works on everyone. I blinked. I continued in that bone-meltingly sweet tone. "Sir, could you please tell me how to get to Soundstage 3? I am lost." Soundstage 3. Zhuang Han's mind went completely blank. All he could see were the captivating eyes in front of him. His hand reacted faster than his brain. He subconsciously pointed in a direction. Go that way. Go past 2 intersections, and you will see a palace with big red lanterns hanging on it. It is right behind that. Thank you so much, sir. You are a lifesaver." I thanked him sweetly. I even gave a slight bow to show my gratitude. Then, holding the hem of my dress, I took light, graceful steps, and walked in the direction he pointed, not until my silhouette disappeared around the corner. Did Zhuang Han move from his pose of pointing the way? He looked like a statue waiting for his wife to return. Outside Soundstage 3 of the Beijing Film Studio. This was a massive indoor studio. The entrance was packed with executive cars and nanny vans. As a major production by Yu Zheng, the moment the casting call for Beauty's Rival in Palace was announced, the entire entertainment industry was buzzing. Not only were there newcomers pushed by major agencies, but also quite a few B-list and C-list starlets. There was even a huge crowd of extras dreaming of stardom. A massive line snaked around the entrance. Beautiful women were everywhere. Handsome guys were a dime a dozen. In the air hung a mix of expensive makeup and the thick smell of cigarettes. Everyone was touching up their makeup. "Hey, look, isn't that so-and-so who played that maid last time? Tisk. A plastic face like that won't get her any roles." I heard director Yu Zheng is personally overseeing this audition. The standards are supposedly super high. He is only looking for all natural beauties. All natural. In this day and age, where are you gonna find all natural? Just as the crowd was chattering away, a figure wearing a face mask and a baseball cap, and dressed in a white gown, appeared. Although you could not see her face clearly, that aura, like a crane standing among chickens, instantly drew everyone's attention. Her posture was elegant and straight. It is like every step she took, a lotus bloomed. Even though she was wrapped up so tightly, it could not hide that ethereal aura that seemed to radiate from her very bones. The originally noisy crowd quieted down a bit. Many of the wannabe influencers, who were touching up their makeup, stopped their powder puffs mid-air. They warily sized up this new competition. Who is that? Why is she covered up so much? I have never seen a big star like that before. Her figure looks pretty good, though. I lifted the hem of my dress, and amidst the envious and hateful glares from the crowd behind me, I walked into the studio. The moment I entered, a blast of refreshingly cool air hit me, instantly dispelling the scorching heat from outside. The studio space was enormous. It was brightly lit. Countless crew members were busy building the set and adjusting the lights. And over in the rest area by the entrance, a familiar figure appeared before my eyes. It was the casting assistant, Little Lou. At this moment, he was pacing back and forth, as anxious as an ant on a hot pan. He kept checking his watch as he paced, muttering to himself, "Why is not she here yet? Oh, my lady, please do not stand me up. What the hell are you doing? Do you even want this job anymore? Director, you just chewed someone out again." His anger is about to be directed at me any second now. Just as Little Lou was about to hang himself from anxiety, Assistant Lou, a clear, cool voice called out. Little Lou snapped his head up and saw the figure in the white dress that had been haunting his dreams. She was standing right in front of him, with a gentle smile. In that instant, Little Lou felt like his whole world had lit up. An angel. This must be the angel sent to save him. Oh my God, Miss Jiang, my dearest lady. Little Lou was so close to just sliding over and hugging her leg. He dashed forward in a single bound, his face plastered with a fawning smile. "You are finally here. I was worried you got lost. I was just about to go out and get you. Quick, this way please." Like a eunuch waiting on the Empress Dowager, Little Lou led me to a desk piled high with documents. "Miss Jiang, please have a seat. Have some water. These are the roles for our show, Beauty's Rival and Palace, that are still available. Here's the list and some script excerpts." Little Lou pushed a thick stack of A4 paper in front of me. He said grandly, "With your qualifications, as long as it is one of the roles on this list, you can take your pick. I can have whichever one I fall for. Is this the special privilege of having an S-tier face?" I raised an eyebrow. Without a word, I picked up the stack of scripts. I started flipping through them quickly. Although the system's mission only requires me to successfully land a role, it did not specify the size of the part. But I have standards. Of course, those standards are mainly less work, more pay, and the ability to slack off. Flipping to the first page. Character, Empress Do. Screen time, 20 episodes. Requirement, must be skilled in singing and dancing. Has numerous romantic scenes with Emperor Wen of Han. Needs to film multiple intimate scenes. My finger twitched. I immediately skipped past it. Intimate scenes. If that actor playing the Emperor touches my hand, or puts his arm around my waist, I am afraid I won't be able to resist doing a shoulder throw and tossing the Emperor out of the room. Nope. Too risky. Second page. Character, Crown Princess Chaohui. Screen time, 15 episodes. Requirement, gentle and virtuous personality. Needs to film a large number of crying scenes and palace intrigue scenes. Lots of lines. I pursed my lips. Lots of lines. How long would I have to spend memorizing all that? I am a college freshman who still has military training and classes to attend. Where would I find the time to memorize lines every single day? Besides, there are too many crying scenes. What if my makeup runs and my stubble shows? Then what? Pass. I flipped through page after page. Either the roles had too much screen time, making it easy to expose myself, or they had some kind of character landmine, like needing to take a bath or having an affair, until I flipped to the very last page. In a corner, there was an inconspicuous character name. Character, Wei Zifu. Screen time, one scene, a cameo in the finale, although it is just a fleeting appearance. Due to her beauty and future status as an empress, she needs to leave an extremely deep impression on the audience. No lines at all. Relies mainly on eye expression and aura. My finger stopped. 2 golden beams of light shot out from my eyes. This is the one. This role is practically tailor-made for me. Just one scene, maybe even less. Just a few seconds of screen time. No need to memorize lines. Just have to stand there and serve face. No need to get all touchy-feely with male actors. All I have to do is be beautiful. And that is it. Most importantly, the character of Wei Zifu. Although she is just an Easter egg in Beauty's Rival in Palace, in history, she was a famously virtuous and renowned empress. The prestige is high enough. I will play her. I closed the script. I looked up at Little Lou, who was watching me with an expectant face. I extended a long, slender finger and tapped on the name Wei Zifu. This one. Wei Zifu. Little Lu was stunned for a moment. He leaned over to take a look. His expression was a bit bewildered. Wei Zifu, Miss Zhang. Are you sure? Little Lu was in disbelief. Although this character's name is famous in our series, she is purely a cameo. All in all, she probably has only 2 or 3 shots. It will be filmed in half a day. The previous roles, Empress Do and Chao Hui, are important supporting female roles with over 10 episodes of screen time. With your looks, you are more than qualified to play any of them. Playing a background character would be such a waste of your talent, would not it? I genuinely think you are exceptionally beautiful. I really want to give you. I gave a faint smile. No, thank you. I am still a student. My studies come first. I do not have time to shoot a role with too many scenes. I paused for a moment. My gaze turned profound. A true beauty does not need a lot of screen time. Just one glance is enough to be remembered for a lifetime. And that one glance is all I need. Whoa, I felt like that line hit me right in the feels. That was so classy. Now, asterisk, that is, a real goddess. Not fighting, not scrambling for roles. Confident and poised. Brilliant, truly brilliant. Little Lu gave a big thumbs up, his face full of admiration. Miss Zhang, your level of class. I am totally convinced. Wei Zifu it is, then. Even though the screen time is short, as long as you are the one playing her, it will absolutely be the highlight of the entire series. In that case, please have a seat over there for a bit. When we call your name, you can begin your audition. After Little Lu finished speaking, he scurried off to the director's room inside. I watched his retreating figure and let out a long sigh of relief. Feeling much better, I found a comfortable position and sat down on a sofa in the waiting area. I glanced around. The area was filled with young actors waiting to audition. Every single one of them was as tense as if they were heading to their own execution. Some were frantically memorizing their lines, muttering to themselves, while others were touching up their makeup in a mirror, terrified of having even the slightest flaw on their face. Some had their hands clasped together in prayer, hoping to be chosen by the director. The entire waiting area was thick with an atmosphere of anxiety and pressure. Only I was leaning back on the sofa with my legs crossed, pulling out my phone and opening up a match 3 game. You guys can keep grinding. Your bro here has already locked in $1 million. I just need to go in there and stand for 3 seconds. This is what you call winning by lying down. Time ticked by, minute by minute, second by second. The large door to the studio opened and closed. Again and again. One by one, the young actors went in full of hope, and then came out with their heads hanging low, completely dejected. Some were even wiping away tears. Some were cursing under their breath. He is way too strict. I only said one line. And director Yu told me to get lost. That glare of his is terrifying. He said my acting was as stiff as a block of wood. Sigh, no role for me. Guess I will just go home. The atmosphere in the waiting area grew more and more oppressive. Soon a staff member called out, "Next, Jiang Bai." The voice was not loud, but it instantly silenced the noisy waiting area, because everyone knew this girl in the white dress, who had been sitting in the corner playing on her phone, the one with an outstanding aura, was personally brought in by the casting director's assistant. She was the real seated contestant. I glanced at the tightly shut black door. My heart was completely calm. Nervous, not a chance. I dared to go against my drill instructor. I dared to go on stage in an auditorium of thousands. What is a measly audition? Besides, I was just going in to play a pretty face with no lines. Under the complex gazes of that group of competitors, I walked with a calm and elegant stride, like a queen about to ascend her throne, and pushed open the great door that led to my 1 million. Inside the studio, the lights were a bit blinding. Right in the middle was a long table. Behind the table sat several people. Right in the center was a middle-aged man with glasses, looking a bit chubby. It was none other than the renowned director, Yu Jung. At this moment, he looked tired and annoyed. He had just spent the afternoon holding auditions. The number of promising talents was practically zero, especially for the role he was obsessed with, Empress Zhang Yan. Although his young assistant swore up and down that he had found the perfect internet goddess for the part, until he saw her in person, he was still skeptical. After all, photos these days can be so deceiving. Next, Yu Jung rubbed his temples. He did not even bother to look up, just kept his head down, staring at the resume in his hand. Jiang Bai. This was the internet goddess he had invited. Her photos were quite stunning, I will give her that. But who knows if the real person could hold up on camera. Just then, the sound of soft footsteps approached. It was not the aggressive click-clack of high heels, but a very light, soft shuffling sound. Yu Jung subconsciously lifted his head. The next second, his hand froze. It was as if someone had hit the pause button on the entire film studio. All the lights, all the backdrops, faded into nothingness at that moment. Only the figure slowly walking towards them remained, dressed in white as pure as snow, with long hair like a waterfall. He did not act like the other auditionees, bowing and scraping the moment he walked in, nor did he deliberately strike some pretentious pose. He just stood there quietly, with his head slightly lowered, seeming a little shy, yet there was also an innate sense of aloofness. Then he slowly raised his head. A pair of eyes, clear as water yet bottomlessly deep, looked directly at Yoojung. The air in the studio seemed to freeze. All the noise, at the very moment I looked up, instantly vanished. Yoojung shot up from his seat, even knocking over the teacup beside him, but he did not seem to notice at all. He was staring intently at me, his eyes blazing with the fervor of someone who had just discovered a gold mine. His pupils were constricting violently. In that instant, Yoojung felt as if he had traveled through time. In his mind's eye, countless images of historical beauties flashed by. Finally, the image froze on a face that was cold and lonely, yet so beautiful it was heartbreaking. Zhang Yan, the most tragic empress of the great Han dynasty, the one who lived her entire life in the gilded cage of the deep palace, and died a virgin. This was her incarnation. It is a perfect match. This is the person I have been looking for, Yoojung muttered to himself. He did not even bother to wipe the spilled tea on the table. No acting skills needed. Just putting this face on screen is enough. That aura of beauty born from loneliness, and loneliness born from beauty. It is all there in an instant. This is the Empress Zhang Yan I have been searching for. Yoojung screamed internally. Yoojung snapped back to reality. He quickly adjusted his glasses, and reined in his "I am about to eat you alive" expression. But the frantic passion in his eyes was impossible to hide. Ahem. You are Jiang Bai, right? Yoojung tried his best to make his voice sound as friendly as possible, like the big bad wolf luring Little Red Riding Hood. Yes, director. I stood my ground. Watching Yoojung, who was so excited he looked like he was about to jump on the table, I felt absolutely nothing. I even kind of wanted to laugh. $1,000,000 secured. It was the evening of the last day of the National Day holiday. Kyoto Film and Television City, Studio 3. It is a wrap. The final scene for Zhang Yan's character is officially done. The entire studio instantly erupted in thunderous applause and cheers. Wearing that heavy Empress's phoenix robe, standing before the deep red palace wall backdrop, I let out a long, long sigh of relief. 7 days. A full 7 days. Waking up at 4 a.m. every day for makeup. Removing it all after wrapping up at 10 p.m. In between, I had to deal with all sorts of reshoots and pickups, and run lines with the other actors. Even for a normal person with 10 stamina points, at peak physical condition, I felt like I was about to be squeezed dry. But it was worth it. The system's notification sound rang crisply in my mind. Ding, main quest, first step into showbiz. Completed. Reward, Ultimate Acting Skill Book X1. Character Immersion Simulation Session X1. Cash, 1,000,000 yuan after tax has been deposited. My bank account balance jumped again, adding the previous 1,000,000 and the 100,000 from the Voice of China auditions. I have now solidly broken the 2,000,000 mark. The corners of my mouth curled up uncontrollably. I almost burst out laughing on the spot. Hey, great work. You have worked hard these past 7 days. I have seen your performance, and I am not just hyping you up. Your portrayal of Zhang Yan will absolutely be the biggest highlight of the entire series. You are too kind, director. It is all thanks to your excellent guidance. Hey, so modest. Alright, after the National Day holiday, we will start the nationwide promotional tour. You will have to travel to a few cities with us. That should not be a problem, right? My heart skipped a beat. Got it. Oh, and this is the coordination letter I have arranged with your school's administration. It is all sorted out. I guarantee it won't affect you getting your course credits. Plus, all promotional activities come with a separate fee, calculated on a daily basis. How does 50,000 a day sound? 50,000 a day? I took a deep breath. I put on a troubled expression. Director, to be honest, I am not really a fan of being in the spotlight. 80,000 a day. Deal. Yoojung patted my shoulder, satisfied. He turned to go talk to the others. I watched his retreating figure, gleefully calculating in my head. 80,000 a day, 3 cities. That is 240,000. Add that to the previous 1.2 million salary, and the system's reward. I am not far from the 3 million mark. Jiang Bai. Another voice called out. I turned my head to look. It was Yang Mi. She was wearing the sleek costume of her character, Mo Shuiyuan. Those signature foxy eyes of hers were looking at me with a half-smile. Sister Mi, I quickly greeted her. Young Mi walked over and sized me up from head to toe. She suddenly smiled. These past 7 days, I have been watching you the whole time. Honestly, when I first heard you were a newcomer, I thought you were just some rich kid and investor pushed into the cast. A nepo baby. but after watching your performance, you have actually got some real talent. I scratched my head. Using my goddess-like voice, I replied humbly, "You are too kind. I still have a lot to learn from you." "All right, cut the act. I know you are a guy." My pupils dilated as if hit by an earthquake. I froze on the spot. Seeing my expression, Yang Mi let out a chuckle. "Relax," Yang Mi said. "Director Yu told me." To be honest, I was shocked at first. But seeing your performance these past 7 days, all I can say is, you are the craziest and most badass actor I have ever met. Let us work together again, if we get the chance. After saying that, she winked at me, then coolly turned and walked away, leaving me all alone, a total mess in the wind. It took a long while, before I finally snapped out of it. I touched my chest, feeling my heart pound like crazy. Damn, that scared the hell out of me. But even though I was found out, it seems like it is not that big of a deal. I shook my head, trying to get that terrifying thought out of my mind. I hurried towards the dressing room. This phoenix gown is way too heavy. I need to get this makeup off and change my clothes, stat. I still have to catch a flight back to school tonight. In front of the dressing room mirror, I wiped off the last layer of makeup. I looked at the handsome, boyish face in the mirror. I let out a long sigh of relief. For 7 whole days, I have been living in Zhang Yan's body. The feeling is so bizarre. I am obviously just acting, but sometimes I can't tell who I really am. Especially every time I use the tears like raw talent for a crying scene. That overwhelming sorrow feels like it has been carved deep into my bones. System, does this count as a workplace injury? For once, the system did not mock me. Instead, it replied seriously. Host's emotional fluctuations detected. It is recommended to take some time to relax. Friendly reminder. The day after tomorrow is the promotion round for the Voice of China, Beijing division. The host is required to participate in female attire. Additionally, the newly acquired full copy of The Smiling Proud Wanderer has been stored in the system space. The host may retrieve it at any time. Oh right, I almost forgot about the voice. I passed the auditions. I have advanced to the regional competition. Next up is the taping for the national competition. According to the system's milestone rewards, if I make it to the nationals, I will get the full copyright to The Smiling Proud Wanderer. And if I win the championship, I will also get the God tier song 10 years. And we are talking about the Eason Chan version of 10 years. I took a deep breath. Looking at myself in the mirror, I said, "Jiang Bai, you can do this. It is just cross-dressing, right? Just think of it as a sacrifice for art." After changing back into my own clothes and putting on a mask and a baseball cap, I walked out of the studio, pulling my suitcase behind me. The night breeze blew past, bringing a hint of coolness. I looked up at the sky. The stars tonight are exceptionally bright. My phone vibrated. It was a message from the dorm group chat. "Suzy at Jiang Bai. Suzy bro, are you coming back tomorrow or not? Suzy, the military training is already over, and you still have not shown your face. Jiu Dapeng, yeah, for real. Jiu Dapeng, what about that meal you promised to treat us to?" Linla, according to my precise calculations. Linla, the duration of our bro's leave of absence. Linla perfectly dodged all the military training activities. Linla, including the final parade. Linla, this is a miracle of human time management. I chuckled. I typed back, "Tomorrow noon, 3rd floor of the cafeteria." I typed back, "Tomorrow noon, 3rd floor of the cafeteria." I typed back, "Tomorrow noon, 3rd floor of the cafeteria." Order whatever you want. Suzy, holy crap, something's fishy. Order whatever we want, Suzy, holy crap. Order whatever we want, Suzy, holy crap. The tightwad is actually treating us. Jiu Dapeng, bro. Jiu Dapeng, did you strike it rich or something? Linla has a cat's belly. I put my phone away. No reply. Did I strike it rich? I guess so. 2 million in cash. The 3rd female lead role in an S-tier major production. A pass to advance in The Voice of China. And a martial arts novel that is about to shake up the literary world. But more importantly, I think I have found it. A way to survive in this world. The system might be a pain in the ass, but it really did give me a chance to change my fate. Cross-dressing is embarrassing, sure, but it has also shown me a different kind of possibility. The entertainment industry is shady, no doubt, but as long as I can keep my little secret, it actually seems pretty interesting. As for the future, I remembered the system's ultimate mission. To become the ultimate fantasy of all men worldwide. Damn, this mission is still way too cringe. I will just take it one step at a time. The airport shuttle bus drove through the Beijing night. Neon lights flashed outside the window. Leaning back in my seat, I drowsily fell asleep. In my dream, I was standing under a spotlight in a white dress. Below the stage, the crowd was roaring with cheers. I opened my mouth to say something, but what came out was a deep male baritone. The audience fell silent in an instant. Everyone's expression turned bizarre. I was so scared it jolted me. My eyes flew open. We are at the airport. Thank God it was just a dream. Dragging my suitcase, I walked into the terminal. Out of habit, I pulled out my phone and scrolled through Weibo. Trending, Beauty's Rival in Palace releases first trailer. Mysterious Zhang Yan makes a stunning debut. I tapped on it to take a look. It was the official 30-second teaser. The beginning was a fast-paced montage of the main cast like Yang Mi and Ruby Lin. The last 5 seconds, the screen went dark. A single spotlight shone down. Dressed in red, I stood by a palace window and slowly turned around. My eyes were filled with sorrow. A single tear rolled down. The bullet comments exploded instantly. Holy crap, who is this? Zhang Yan, so this is Zhang Yan. She is gorgeous. She is absolutely breathtaking. I need all the info on this woman in 3 minutes. I need all the info on this woman in 3 minutes, period. OMG, that look back. My heart is shattered. Yu Zheng is the GOAT. Where did he dig up this goddess? I declare her my new waifu. I silently turned off my phone, but I could not stop the corner of my mouth from turning up. Those people in the comments section will probably never guess that the person they are calling their waifu is currently sitting in the airport terminal wearing a mask, and is a 100% genuine bona fide dude. The boarding announcement came on. I stood up. Dragging my suitcase, I walked towards the boarding gate. Next stop, Shanghai. And after that, the stage of The Voice of China awaits. The serialization of the smiling, proud wanderer. And who knows when it will happen. The broadcast and promotion for Beauty's Rival in Palace. The road ahead is long, but I am off to a good start. As for that ridiculous mission to become the ultimate fantasy of all men worldwide. Whatever, I will just not think about it for now. I will cross that bridge when I come to it. Besides, I have a secret weapon now. Worst case, I will just whip it out for everyone to see. Mine's bigger than theirs anyway.